Title of your gimmick.
Legalize the ganja.
Legalize the ganja. It's a no net Ned. Here we go.
Legalize the ganja. Don't believe their claims. Thousands die from legal pills, but yet it's pot they blame. You can get drunk and die on wine, but you can't die from weed. Makes you feel warm and fuzzy, cause it gives you the munchies. It's the ganja. Legalize the ganja. It just makes you want to eat some ice cream. Ooh. I said, pass the THC. Legalize the ganja. Please don't be afraid. It's just a plant grows from a seed. It's naturally homemade. It doesn't have a lethal dose. On that we can agree. And if you take a big puff, a good time is guaranteed. It's the ganja. Legalize the ganja. Won't you please pass the jelly beans? Ooh. I want to smoke some green.
Yeah.
I'm breaking it down.
This is the acoustic version, huh?
Yes, it is. I'm at the grand piano right now.
Tickle the ivory.
Here we go. I'm breaking it down. And when you're high, you never like a drunk who gets loud. So loud. So loud. Oh, no, I messed it up.
It's okay, buddy.
You know where you are?
Where?
You're on the ganja, baby. And you're getting high. Legalize the ganja. Let's have a big parade. Take a hit of that cannabis and your troubles will fade. If you have a hunger for THC, you can take it medicinally. You can have everything you want, but you better not take my weed. It's the ganja. Legalize the ganja. Let's head down to the Tasty Freeze. Ooh. I'm gonna cough and weed. It's the ganja. Legalize the ganja. Won't you please pass the jelly beans? Ooh. I'm gonna smoke some weed. Vote yes on 2, people. Vote yes.
Here come the butchers to cut you into profit.
But Sean Raz from Raz Radio.
Yeah, he's from Raz Radio. Raz is our guy. I mean, you're Sean, mother effing Raz.
Here come the butchers to cut you into profit.
I want the Raz right now. Where is mother effing Raz?
Join me, Sean Raz, for the first 52, Tuesday, 6 to 8 p.m., RazRadioLive.com. The simple power of truth.
Here come the butchers to cut you into profit. Innocent people turning into military targets.
You know, there are certain things you
Look at this big-eyed fish swimming in the sea.
don't work. Keep coming up with love, but it's so slashed and torn.
It's time for a TF52 flashback. It's not constant. It's not all the time. We might go a month or two where I don't see that, and then all of a sudden it starts up again.
Periods, man. It's weird, and I'm friends with people worldwide that post pictures from different areas, and yeah, some places get it bad, man, and in other places I don't think it's as bad, and then. It's weird though, like it's right above your head how you can deny that. And then if you just go start looking into the geoengineering and different things, like I love that they're coming out now and they're like, here's something we could do, basically telling you what's already being done. Like,
Right.
but they're saying they could do it. But geoengineering is real. You can at least go read that.
And it's funny because everybody will go, well, we did cloud seed in Vietnam, and we know that there's cloud seeding. So you think from 1963,
They haven't
4
advanced.
to now they haven't come up with new technology to do it better.
They made it rain in the Dubai desert.
Yeah, and they made it snow for the Olympics a few years ago.
Yeah, they do all that. You can go look at the Air Force, the owning of the weather.
In 2020.
Yeah,
Owning
they
the
talk
weather by
about all that
2025.
stuff.
I'm sorry. I
They
think it's
talk about that, how they literally want to control. There was a video back in the day of these group of scientists, some type, I don't know what they were, but they talked about should they steer Hurricane Katrina away from New Orleans or not. They actually, there was a video. I don't know if that's on YouTube anymore. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, it's from the beginning of what in the world are they spraying?
Oh, really? See, I watched the actual, just straight up the video of it. Like, and yeah, they talked about steering Katrina.
Well, they were talking about the what do they call it? If you do something and what word am I looking for, honey? That's your job.
You have to finish out some more of your thought process.
Part of my wife's job is to help me think.
More so
Patrick.
than if you do something.
Yeah. Basically, what they were saying is, if we do this and we steer it away from New Orleans, and let's say we steer it towards Mississippi, and we save the life of 3,000 people in New Orleans, but we kill 100 people in Mississippi, how is that? How do we make that decision? How do we have the authority to make that decision? Is basically what they were saying. Is that what you're thinking, Patrick?
Yeah, that's what they talked about. They talked about. My whole point is they talk about steering a hurricane. Like that's insane.
That
they
is the
can
whole.
go.
That's the whole point. Yeah.
Yeah. Regardless if they're that they could steer a hurricane.
Being a cat can be damn tedious. People dangling bells and bits of string in your face all the time. Just be a dog. Run around, catch frisbees, pee on a fire hydrant. Life's more rewarding, and you get access to lots of treats. Catch Salty Talk Mondays and Wednesdays, and every Friday for Salty's Weekend Warm-Up. 4 p.m. Eastern Time. Add a little salt to your life, and be more dog.
ever built, with no spine, no power, no panic, no king, no queen, no dreams, by no means, no clock, no age, no man was ever let out of their pen, with no rage, no fire, with no smoke, or no heat, no weed, no plant, from no seed, no locks, no doors, no key was ever made that ain't opened something before. There's no song with no music, or no words, no decision made, no vision with no blur, no friend, no God, no law, no guns, no bullets, no justice at all, no jails, no cops, and no cell, no life, no choice, no heaven or hell. No guns, no bullets, no justice. No facts, no truth. No system that can't be broken down by the youth. There's no religion with no lies. It's so odd, no offering plate to pass on to no God, no white, no black. No race exists that hasn't been choked by the slack. No vote, no hope, and no lights. They want us with no sight, no brain, and no rights. No friend, no God, no law, no guns, no bullets, no justice at all. No jails, no cops, and no cell. No life, no choice, no heaven or hell. There's no sense in putting trust in your government. Don't trust your government. There's no sense in putting trust in any government. Don't trust your government. No guns, no bullets, no justice. 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 Let's go, justice. No fucking justice. No justice. So how long can you let it go? Will you let it go till there's no nothing? How far can you let it go? Will you let it go till there's no nothing? How long can you let it go? Will you let it go till there's no nothing? How far can you let it go? Will you let it go till there's no nothing?
This is your last chance. After this, there is no turning back. You take the blue pill, the story ends. You wake up in your bed and believe whatever you want to believe. You take the red pill, you stay in Wonderland, and I show you how deep the rabbit hole goes.
Yeah. We know. All we're offering is the truth. At least that's what we try. Add to it. Jesus.
All I'm offering is the truth, nothing more.
I'm going to have to change that intro. It's getting a little long, I guess. Oh, boy, oh, boy, oh, boy. Yeah, it is Tuesday, October 2nd, 2018. Just keeps on moving, doesn't it? Time doesn't stop for the weary. It's just how it is. Welcome to the first 52, RazRadioLive.com, Twitch TV /SeanRaz1, Salty Talk Radio, Radio Confluence, Radio Chaos, and of course replayed Bubba Army Radio, Sundays at 4 o'clock. Hey, gotta get it all out. Let y'all know where we're at, where you can find us. What kind of week have I had so far? I don't know. It's been an interesting week. It's been a relaxing week. No, not really. It's been a regular work week. Just doing my thing, living life, doing the world, doing what has to be done. Still got red tide. Still have chemtrails in the sky. Still have governments trying to fuck you over. It's just what happens. That's why we're here. We just try to talk about it. Although sometimes I guess we really don't even get into anything important. It's weird how that works sometimes. Where's Lexi's camera? I lost Lexi's camera. Anyway, of course, my wife is sitting across from me. Once I find her camera, I'll bring her on.
It wasn't working last week.
No, it's working. It seems like, oh, Dave bumped it. And it's facing, Dave's on two cameras. That's what the problem was. Four Toad, you over there?
Sorry.
He wanted to be
twice.
seen more.
Right.
That's why I couldn't figure out where the hell it was at. I'm like, where's Lexi's camera at? But there it is. We got her camera lined up now. Looking good, honey.
Thanks.
As always.
I will let you know, for my wife, my poor wife. I feel so bad for her. Last week, she got an infection in her tooth.
I don't want to talk about that.
It sucks. I'm sorry, honey. It
Yeah.
hurts. You've been suffering, and I just.
I know, and you won't take the garbage out.
I forgot to take the garbage out.
Yes, you did.
Fuck.
I got home because you heard me rifling.
Yeah, and I said I would take it out, and I totally forgot
Yeah.
to take the garbage out.
You don't take care of your woman.
I try to. It's just. What are you talking about over there?
You made dinner last
I wasn't
night,
talking
so
about
that
over there. I was talking about it over there in the kitchen.
Oh, is that what the conversation that was going on
I
in
was
the
a little
kitchen?
gossip girl, yeah.
I knew I heard my name brought up a few different times.
No, you didn't even have to. The name didn't even have to be said.
But
Okay.
mostly
I
we
knew
were
you were talking shit about me in the back of the
No, we
kitchen.
weren't talking shit. We weren't talking shit. No, I just,
No, not talking shit. Really?
Not really.
Yeah.
Just a little bit.
He takes up too much space of the house with his studio, the stupid studio. He needs less stuff in the studio.
No, you
No,
can
no, no.
have this whole space. We're just trying to make it more pleasant for everyone.
Right, exactly, and less electricity and less negative vibration.
Humming and
Yeah,
Well,
you
I
have
could
a
turn it
compu-
off every once in a while.
Cancer.
You have a computer
things
that could
and-
actually run the entire studio on one computer. I just put a really kick-ass video card in your computer here.
I like my
Do you see
separation.
this?
So
This
you
is
have to
about
give
how
me.
far I get when I try to
Here's
bring
how
it
it works. You have to give me 3 sound cards in there that I can run off of 3 different pots up here. Then, because that's the only way it's going to work. I like my separation.
I could do that
I need the separation of sound and
for
channels.
less than $10. I could do that.
Okay, well, that's what it would take to make me break down to smaller, because I need the ability to
You-
separate things out,
You're taking,
and
this-
that's the way I like it.
You're getting a little bit angry
Because I have to run this show, and you see this board.
I
Everybody on
understand.
Twitch can see this board.
I understand,
All right,
I understand.
this is how I handle
I know,
all of this.
I know. You have a lot
and
going
I
on there.
like being able to eliminate the caller and bring up a thing over here and do something over here, and be able to regulate the sounds
We're
of
working
all
on-
of that.
Right, I understand. You're talking and keeping everybody's voice in tune and getting everything together is
It's
not
a lot to
easy.
handle over here. It's not. I know this is not a professional studio,
no,
but I've
it
tried to
sort of
build it
is.
as a professional studio.
It sort of is.
Hey, when Bob Tuskin came over last year, I brought him in the studio. He went, "Holy shit, this is like a real studio
Yeah,
almost."
Yeah, no doubt.
I put a lot of work into this, and I
look,
really appreciate what I've done here.
For 6 years, I'm trying to make your life easier, right?
I know.
Right? Most of this equipment in the studio
It's you've
is
donated,
mine,
right? Exactly, absolutely, by far.
so-
You've helped me build this between you and Salty. I wouldn't have a studio if it wasn't for the two of you.
Right. So I'm just trying to figure out a way to get it condensed a little bit more. Now you figured out what you want. Now let's figure out a way to condense it down, and that will be my job before I go.
Okay, well, if we can do that, but again, I like my segregation. People don't see all the studio. I mean, you see what I sit in front of.
White
you guys
power.
can see. You can shut up. How do we get the racism off of a goddamn organization of the studio?
White power.
I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 monitors. Now, 2 of the monitors are mirrored monitors, meaning one is one that I put the news articles that I'm reading or the videos I'm playing so that Lexi and Dave can see them. Another one is the Skype monitor, so if we have somebody on Skype with
One
video,
of us can see it, right?
well, you can see it, and you guys can see if it's ringing and different things like that. So it's very. I 6 years. This is the system I've developed. This is how I do it.
I know.
I'm an analog board. I will never do a digital board. I like my analog. I like being able to know.
I can't believe that board's still working.
I know this is.
Was it 5 fucking years?
This isn't the original board. The first original board Mark gave me, and it
Yeah.
was a Behringer
Well,
16 channel.
Sparkle Studios.
Yeah, and the power supply burned out in it, and I
That's
think
from Sparkle Studios.
yeah, that's from Sparkle Studios up there.
What?
Those little disco
The
balls.
disco
Disco
balls.
balls?
Remember the curtain that he used to hang behind that was like all disco balls?
Yeah,
We
we
just kept
saved
a
those.
Right, and some
Yeah.
karaoke microphone, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Which is in a bag somewhere in here.
Oh,
I
thought
mean,
it
it's
was
all
that one.
here.
No, it's not.
No, I have it still. It's all
We've
here.
come a long way.
Actually, that's one of the Sparkle Studio original mics.
So
up there,
one of
yeah.
the things I can say, all right, is this studio is better than the second studio in Bubba's building. Having worked in that second studio for
Yeah, I
a
mean,
number of months.
I can agree with that as far as layout and comfortability. Now, of course, their equipment. I mean, they got the RE20s in the microphones. So it's a $500-$600 mic. I want one of them so bad.
But you know damn well, I would make sure that Bubba 1 and Bubba 2 are always running.
I know. Yeah. You know, one of the things I wanted to have a conversation about.
Wait a
tonight,
minute. We replay on Sunday, right?
We replay on Bubba Army Radio
I shouldn't talk
Sundays
shit
at 4. Yeah, you shouldn't be talking shit. But
can you delete that?
There is no. I don't edit anything. And you know what? We know. You know, you used to be very strong Bubba Army. That's how we met. You're not a hater. You don't troll. You don't do stupid shit.
Oh, I don't listen to anything anymore.
You just don't listen anymore.
I don't
You
even listen to this show.
You still hang out with a lot of Bubba Army, but you know it's funny because we are syndicated there, and I wanted to bring some conversation about Bubba Army up because you know since they went to Twitch, and since things, you know, have gotten hard for Bubba and the group. It seems that Bubba Army isn't what we remember Bubba Army being. You know, back then, and I was new then. I was brand new when we first met. And we're talking 6, 7 years, 8 years ago. Bubba Army stood behind Bubba Army. Bubba Army supported Bubba Army. Even if we didn't agree on things, we could still, you know, support each other. And it's just so ugly anymore. Like, everybody's so mean to everybody.
Really?
You know, you get in the Twitch chat or on... Go ahead, honey.
I wasn't going to say anything.
Didn't she just say what?
No, that was me.
Oh, that was you. Oh, well, then go ahead, honey.
Well
you sounded like her.
Yes,
Sorry.
darling. Well, let's just call this first generation Bubba Army, right? Because I was in the first Bubba Army.
Well, maybe even second, because we might be the third now, because Power Pig days might have been original Bubba Army.
I'm just saying, when the internet kind of became a thing, you know, and let's just say the first Facebook group.
Okay.
I was number 54 on the first Facebook.
Yeah, and I wasn't far off of that either.
I was part of the OG Bubba Army fan page, right? And a ruthless fan. You know, I traveled to go see him in Jacksonville for Bubba Palooza. You know, I was a huge fan. And like I've made a number of friends, like lifelong friends from those people, right? And then
by far, us. I mean, we'll be lifelong friends, and we met through Bubba Army,
right? But I got to watch this this lineage. And then there's this second generation of Bubba. We could talk about the Manson meet and greets, right?
Right.
I was in the first one.
The clusterfuck meet and greets,
I've been at every one except for the one that was last year, right? Even
though that's because you were in Guatemala, but
right. But even the one 2 years ago when Manson didn't like me, right? Because he knew I stuck up for Kinky Katie,
right?
And I talked shit about her, and I actually because I called on her show drunk one day or after that whole.
As we
trial.
know, we kind of have some of the. I mean, I don't want to. Katie, please don't take this the wrong way, but we have some of the discarded material from Bubba Army. I mean, we have Lawrence. Lawrence had piss thrown in his face. That's why he's not there anymore. That's why I've tried multiple different times to get him to, because Bubba's called out many a time. I still listen to Bubba. You don't. Bubba's called out many a times to
Didn't we
apologize.
try to get him together? Didn't somebody?
Yeah, well, I did. Yeah, Starl. And on myself, I reached out to Lawrence. I said, "Hey, if you're going to be back in town, Bubba would like to have you. Let's, you know, try to mend this." He's not interested. You know,
well, that's because he's doing his own thing.
Well, he's doing his own thing, and I mean, it was a pretty
also,
serious.
Having piss thrown in your face is pretty fucked up.
Yeah, exactly, and I can understand it.
I wouldn't go back to that.
I'm going to. One of the things I want to try to do, and I've been contemplating this, and now Lawrence has got. Now we got the Skype working properly. Next time I hear Bubba call out, because he comes up multiple times within, you know, maybe every month or so, he comes up. Next time he comes up, I'm going to reach out to Bubba and say, "Hey, listen, if you really want to amend this, I've tried on my side. Here's the number. You call his show."
No, don't do that. Don't do that.
Would you do that?
Well, if he wants to make amends. If he wants to make amends with Lawrence,
don't do that. Let Lawrence decide if he wants to call in, because that's what would actually be the thing.
I was trying to get him in studio, get him back there.
Bubba calling into some Friday afternoon show on Raz Radio Live is not going to work.
Friday evening,
he would never do it. right? But getting BL to call into Bubba live on, let's say, the Uncensored show, that's key.
But don't you think it would be more meaningful to Lawrence if Bubba called to say, hey, listen, I'm calling you to say I'm sorry.
I'm pretty sure.
I'm calling you to make amends with you because I was wrong.
I'm pretty sure he knows that because we've all kind of pushed that. So some of the things. These are the things that happen in mainstream media, mainstream radio.
Right. Well, and obviously we don't usually do this, but this is a conversation because I've been really upset with the Bubble Army in general, like the people within the Bubble Army.
The third crop, because
a mixture of the second and third.
One of the things I was going to say before was like, all right, so we're part of the first generation, and then second generation. All right, so 2 years ago,
I'm part of the second. I would be second generation, I think.
Right.
Honestly,
you weren't right, well, because you live 2 hours away. But I'm talking about the first generation Manson meet and greet. It was like 18, 19 people. I met Rob Revere.
Well,
Ryan
I was
Lawrence,
part of that, though. I was part of that.
What's
I
his
got
face?
you both beat. I used to listen to him back when he did a show with
the Power Pig days.
Yeah. But did you meet anybody from those times?
No, but she has further listening than both of us because you didn't get them till Sirius.
Right.
And I started listening
back when they were doing shows together, and Schnitt would do those like prank phone calls in, and my sister and I would get up early to listen to those prank calls.
So you were the ones that he was yelling at when they'd call in, you little fetus.
I didn't
get off my phone, fetus.
I never called in. What the fuck?
What I'm saying is,
I didn't say you called him, but I'm just saying you were what he would have called a fetus.
Once there was some sort of fan interaction, which I would believe for me would be the Manson meet and greet, right? The very first one up in.
That was the oil one. The
No, it was Beef O'Brady's up in Wesley Chapel.
Okay.
And I met a lot of cool people.
Because the oil, I can't remember the name of the restaurant. The oil.
Which? The one that he does it now?
Meet and greets
no,
that's the Green Parrot that he does it now.
No. No, I'm talking about the one of the first ones that we didn't go to, but one of the first ones I remember was the meet and greet at the Slick Oil. Does anybody remember what I'm talking about?
Oh shit!
You were there. There was the Pepper Challenge.
I go to exactly. I go to the motorcycle.
I can't remember the name of the restaurant. It's Slick something or Oil something. No,
it is. It's wait a minute.
It's like a card.
Yeah, it's Pinellas County. It's 118th Avenue South. It's bike night on Wednesdays and car night on Fridays. Quaker Stick and Loop.
I knew it had something to do with fucking oil or something.
Cynthia came down for that.
Right.
Which I shouldn't talk about.
That was right in the beginning of when I got involved with Bubble Army. And that's where I remember the beginnings for me for the most part. So anyway, it's just.
But wait a minute. That was a non-sanctioned hookup because nobody from the show was there. It was
25 was there.
25 goes everywhere.
Well, that's true.
I love
miss
that
25.
guy, man. Seriously.
I keep inviting him down. I said once the red tide goes away, come down. We'll go on the boat and party a little bit.
First time we came up and did a show with DC, and then went out after.
Oh my God! Even though
that
wasn't the time I was in the parking lot screaming, "I'm gonna."
Yep.
No, was it that time?
Yeah, when we got back to the hotel
after we went to Penthouse.
Yeah.
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 That was the barbecue night.
Broderick was a crazy night. Yeah.
He is my favorite person that came out of that show, and I had a long-standing email relationship with Brent, and when I saw him at the Bubba Palooza up in Jacksonville, like I had introduced myself because I paid for the meet and greet tickets, and I was like, hey, I'm Dave Cunningham. He was like, oh, Dave Cunningham, all the shit that you sent me, like blah 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 blah, and like at the end of the show, he's like, hey man, come hang out, come hang out with the band. And I couldn't do it.
I think we talked about this last week, didn't we?
Why?
I thought so. I forget what brought it up last week.
Why couldn't you hang out?
Well, because I had just learned about Ned.
He was having a Ned meltdown.
I was all fucked up. Plus, my friend had to go home because he had to go to work the next morning. And I didn't even know Broderick at that point. Like I'd seen him there. He's holding up the cue cards, clap niggas, right? And he was just like this side funny guy. But then back in Tampa, and I got to hang out with him. I hung out with his mother.
Right.
They're so great people.
Yeah, he's a cool guy. I always enjoy every moment I get to spend with him. So hopefully he'll be coming down and visiting with us once this stupid red tide goes away.
It's gone. I got to be honest with you. It's fucking gone.
Well, there's a new bacteria out there. Well, there's a new algae, and it's allegedly not that's what's causing it to be brown, this new bacteria or this new algae they're talking about. Obviously, red tide's still going on. I don't know if you saw this yet, Dave. And let's go to that right now.
No, come on, don't play that.
Oh, have you heard it?
I did.
Did you watch the whole thing?
Most of
we
it.
don't have to do the whole thing, but I think we need to play a little bit of it. I mean, we have to acknowledge.
I haven't even heard
because
this.
That she hasn't seen any of it yet.
It's bullshit. But go ahead. Wait a minute. Pause it. You should set this up. This is anonymous making a video, right?
I was kind of let that set it up.
Well, no, because it's got dramatic music.
The intro music.
And it's a guy, it's a video of a guy saying shit that you can't even tell that he's saying shit. This is all bullshit. I can make this video in 5 minutes.
Well, that's...
Greetings, citizens of Florida. We are anonymous. This is an important message about the midterm elections
in Florida out on Twitch?
in 2018. Your complacency as citizens of the Sunshine State has led to the election of corrupt politicians.
This motherfucker's blaming the
citizens.
Advantage
of
your
complacency.
Indifference.
Well, hasn't the voting of the citizens of Florida, the allowance of HOAs to promote the over-fertilization, the people going, hey, I want green lawns, let me go fertilize. That is the responsibility of the citizens.
What if you didn't vote?
If you're still...
What if you didn't own a lawn? What if you lived in a condo?
What if you went to Guatemala?
Which I did.
But we know.
It's not the citizens.
And if you live in a condo, wait. Good. Let's go to your condo one, because that's one I can really actually shoot down. Your condo one is you've made the decision to live in a community that's going to go out and fertilize the lawn. You pay the rent to live, and you pay the HOA fees to have that fertilization put down.
Yeah, and the condo was actually on a canal. Which if it rained,
it went right into the fucking Gulf.
Into the canal. But
it's really not something anybody really considered or thought about until it became a problem.
Until it got really out of hand.
So
making your lawn look nice, you wouldn't think you're like wreaking havoc on the rest of...
See, I could shoot you down because Hillsborough County does not allow phosphate fertilizer in the summertime.
Okay, that's one county out of 35 in the state of Florida.
After September, the grass was brown.
It was actually kind of in the state of Florida during the rainy season. There's a full ban on fertilizing during rainy season in general. And there's people that still go against that and fertilize during rainy season. Commercial companies cannot fertilize during rainy season. But you can personally go out and buy fertilizer and put it on your lawn yourself in the state of Florida, because there is no ban on the sales of it to private people. So, yes, the citizens that will continue to fertilize during the rain.
I'd have to look that up, because I think it's a ban everywhere. But I'd have to look that up. But look, here's the thing:
can you go into Walmart year round and buy fertilizer?
I'm not sure, because I don't own grass. I never really liked it. I don't like taking care of it. I would rather just concrete it out and store cars.
Well, I'd rather make it a garden.
Now that ugly shell garden that's off of that you can see off of Boundary, that you're always like, oh, that's so cool, and I'm like, that's hideous.
Now you kind of appreciate it, don't you?
Well, yeah, then you don't have to.
You don't have to worry about. You're not wasting water to feed anything. You're not wasting. You're not fertilizing anything. And here's the thing: is you're not using gas-powered engines to trim it.
Right. Well,
so
I'm not arguing
you're
any of
totally
that.
lessening your. And this is something I talk
I'm
about.
I'm not arguing any of that. I think that's all great stuff. I honestly think that we should have a complete ban. And listen, it's unfortunate that Mosaic and fertilizer companies get most of their product here from the state of Florida, but I think it's time that we have a complete ban on non-natural fertilizers in the state of Florida.
See, I don't buy into the whole banning thing, because banning doesn't really work. What you got to do is you got to educate the public, and you got to actually have them stop buying shit from Mosaic, right?
Right.
And then they'll figure out a way to sell people natural or non-toxic stuff. Okay. Right. And unfortunately, it's collectivism that's going to change things, and it's so hard to round up all these cats to get to do these things. And I mean cats, because you try to, I often say things are very hard when you're trying to herd a bunch of cats together. But this is the way it's going to be effective, right? Within the last 10 years, people have McDonald's just stopped using, or started changing their meats to more natural shit.
Because their sales are dropping. Because
Right.
I haven't eaten McDonald's in 5.5 years.
Exactly.
I mean, let's be honest. I'll eat some other places every once in a
Right.
while, but McDonald's is one I will not eat.
Well-
Every time I eat it, my fucking stomach hurts.
Right, exactly. Stop buying Monsanto shit. Stop buying shit from
Well, it's Bayer now. Don't forget. That's
Yeah, I
sold
know.
out to Bayer.
Right.
We keep saying Monsanto, and everybody goes, "What do you mean,
Who?
Who's Monsanto?" Because
Right.
that's what they do.
Bayer, the one that introduced heroin to the world.
Right. Yeah. What did
1918?
Blackwater do when they got in trouble for shooting a bunch of civilians in
Changed
Iraq?
their name like 4 times.
Yeah, they changed their name. That's what they do. All right, let's go. Lex hasn't seen this, so let's let this go. I know you get angry with it, but just chill out for a moment.
To facilitate the destruction of your ecosystem by commercial interests within your own borders. Your state is now a disgrace to the entire world. The politicians you have chosen have sold you out. They have conspired with members of the phosphate mining, commercial agriculture, and the land development industries to increase their profits by polluting your waters.
Now that's very true. Everything he just said there, it is.
It's not my fault.
It's not. Well, you voted for somebody at one point
Really?
in time. At one point in time, you did.
You think?
Well, let's see. Did you vote for before?
The last time
you
I
got
voted
crazy?
was 2008. Do you think?
Okay. Were you
that
living
was-
in Florida in
That was
2008?
10 years ago. Yes.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
It's 10 fucking years ago.
Well, who'd you vote for in 2008?
Probably because I just had moved
Jeb
down
Bush?
here. No. That was his last thing. I probably did the Democratic thing.
Oh, because
all
you were a
Democrat.
Democrat back then.
Wait a minute. Oh no, I voted Libertarian.
In 2008?
Yeah, 2004 because I was here in 2004. I was here for election cycle 2004, and I probably did the whole Democratic thing because I just moved here.
Gotcha.
Well,
all right. I would have done at that time. I would have done the whole Republican thing. So
right, without noticing anything, you just.
And that's one of the things I noticed when I watched this whole thing. It's almost like Anonymous is rooting for the Democrats in this whole election because they point out the fact that Republicans have been a governor of this state for 15, 20 years. It was Bush, then it was what's his face? Who was the
We
Democrat?
are a Republican state.
We
yes.
are a Republican state, but who was a Democrat that turned libertarian and re-ran back in 2012?
Chris Christie?
Yeah, Christie. Which I actually like Christie.
No, not Chris Christie.
Yeah, no.
That's the New Jersey guy. I know who you're talking about. He's the gay guy with the white hair. He was the mayor of St. Peter, some shit like that. Yeah, I can't remember his name.
He's Big Bubba guy.
Yeah.
Why can't I think of his name?
Yeah, he flipped from Republican to Democrat.
Well, you got your little thingy there. Google who was the governor, the Democratic governor in 2000.
No, he wasn't the governor. He ran for governor.
No, he was governor. He was the Democratic governor in between Bush and Skeletor here.
Skeletor.
Because Skeletor came in, I think, in 7 or 8. Because he's done now. He can't run anymore. Charlie Crist. Thank you, JJ.
Crist,
Thank you, JJ Riley.
Yeah. Thank you. All right. See, there was Crist. I said something.
Yeah, that's why when you said Chris Christie, I was
Right.
like, well, yeah, possible. Anyway.
God, I love
Your
that guy.
state
Thank you,
officials
JJ.
chased the Environmental Protection Agency out of your state as soon as they were elected in 2010. You've
All right,
done nothing
pause.
to stop it.
Jesus, what?
He just said they kicked out the EPA from the state.
In 2010.
Which I totally support.
Right.
Because I don't like federal control over our state.
I agree.
Because it goes against the 9th and 10th Amendments, right?
But he also eliminated, because we had state divisions of environmental protection that they removed right around that same time. Remember that chemtrail story with that one guy? The FWC was part of the EPA. And when they kicked that out, they took that responsibility from FWC. So,
all right, so government's fucked up. It doesn't matter
government's
which
totally
side of the
fucked up.
aisle you're on.
Right, exactly. And like I said, part of what I feel they're doing here is kind of pushing the Democratic side because they say later in the video is, you have to vote opposite. Well, I know, but you have to vote away from the people that have caused this. And a lot of this has been caused by Republicans that have removed removed protections, removed the EPA. So a lot of this is
But wait a minute. But we know that this situation with Lake Okeechobee has gone back to the
20s,
mid
late 20s, the early 30s.
Let's just say the shit that's happened since like the 80s and 90s, right? So some of the articles I read talked about those things, okay, and how it's set up, and it was a federal thing.
My kid is playing My Ding-a-Ling in the background. Can you hear it?
I can hear it.
I thought that's what I was hearing.
My Ding-a-Ling from
My Ding-a-Ling, the Simpsons one. Anyway, so let's do a little bit more of this. I want to take a quick break. I got to go to the bathroom, get a beer. Nothing going on up the phone lines. You guys want to join in? 941-421-0401. I've got a lot more things that I want to talk about. I've got a funny story. Dave, I got that Target thing that I sent you. I don't know if you got to watch it, but honey, you said you didn't see this, so you want to see a little bit more of it? Or no?
Not really.
Propaganda. Okay. It really is. It's somebody, some fucking Democrat got a hold of some stock video and then a stock.
Why is it the Democrats' faults again?
Because they're trying to push an agenda.
Well, everybody's trying to let's be honest, we're all trying to push an agenda. Everybody is trying to push some sort of agenda. Everybody. You got your fucking fasting diet bullshit that you're pushing. I've got my chemtrails that I'm pushing. I don't know what you push, honey. Maybe you don't push anything.
I don't like to push anything on people.
The core thing that I'm trying to push.
The
core thing that I'm trying to push is personal freedom.
Okay.
Okay.
I agree with personal freedom.
Which actually does not protect me from something that could hurt me, right? But it allows me to respond back in kind. I could actually respond back and take control and protect myself, right? Whereas everyone else in the country thinks that the Democrats are going to do the right thing for us and protect us, and the Republicans are going to do the right thing and protect us. They're going, it's just.
No, well, none of them are going to do the right thing and do anything. They're going to do whatever is going to put more money in their pocket is what they're all going to do.
Exactly.
Well, that's a known fact, and that's something.
So why do we need government? All right. So are you really turning into an anarchist right in front of my eyes?
Me turning into an anarchist? No.
You just said government is the problem.
I've always said government's the problem. I've never denied that.
So you're an anarchist.
Why does that make me an anarchist? Because
you should be.
I still think there should be levels of government.
Like?
I think we need, trash taken out and roads fixed and all those fun things.
Oh, God. Why'd you say roads, Sean?
My roads.
My roads.
So do you know that you could actually
go to Arcadia, check out how they're doing.
Yeah, their roads are great.
Do you know?
Hey, Pizza Hut, or not Pizza Hut, Domino's is fixing the roads right now.
So why are they fixing the roads?
Domino's should take over.
Since we're on this, let's just get this one out of the way here. Where'd it go? I got it. I had it for later, but where is it? Oh, here it is. This one here. I'll do this one before we take a break, and then we'll take a break after this, as soon as it loads. Inside Slab City, a squatter's paradise in Southern California. Have you seen this?
Dude, I want to visit Slab City. I've known about Slab City for like 5 years.
Slab City?
Yeah.
No. What Slab City is, it's an old military base that is public land now. It's an old Marines base. And squatters and homeless people and all kinds of people go there.
Hippies and
just to live.
Campers,
they can live for free.
RVers.
They build their own houses. This guy built something into the side of this little ravine here.
Oh, they have like little forts.
And this is all out of pallets. It's a 2-story pallet and palm frond house.
Okay.
This is basically Burning Man.
That's adorable.
365 days a year.
I wouldn't live like that, but that's nice for.
I got pictures put up for it. This is a cardboard house.
Wow.
That's just how they're living.
Yeah.
This is somebody going to build a house here eventually, so they put a pole in the middle of the property and said, "This is where I'm going to build private residence." My ding-a-ling.
Hey,
Sorry.
Doesn't that almost look like Star Wars?
Yeah, it does. It looks like something out of Star Wars. Absolutely.
Uncle Owen.
Bunch of
and
nerf
then this
herders.
is another cardboard house, pallets and cardboard structure house. If you're on Twitch, you can see the pictures.
That is sad shit.
This is the old.
We could go there and totally blow those people away.
This is the old guard post.
Let me make you something that's real.
This is the old guard post, and this is the access into the old military base.
I mean, it's cool, but also sad. I don't
Why is
know
it
how
sad?
It's kind of sad.
They're living the way they want to live.
They're living the way they chose to live.
Do you think they're comfortable like that?
Yes, absolutely.
I don't think so.
Why wouldn't
Absolutely.
they be?
It looks uncomfortable.
You think it looks
Right.
like
You saw the pictures of the year they lived in Guatemala. Do you think I was comfortable there? Not initially, but afterwards, it was like, oh, yeah.
After you got used to it, I'm sure
Well,
you're
no,
totally
after I
comfortable.
realized that, holy shit, I could walk
That
through
guy
town
is
fucking
in a
high as a...
cardboard fabricated thing.
Right. But he is more free than you or I are.
I would love to be shipwrecked on a desert island with the basic necessities.
I'm just saying that my 8-year-old stepsister and I also built forts that could outdo
Okay, well
those
then,
homes that they're living in.
so
the
imagine what you
desert.
could do now, and you're not even
Like,
8.
The three of us, we'd probably have an estate.
Oh Jesus! What are you kidding me?
We'd
Look
have-
at my studio. You guys bitching about my studio.
Well, what I'm saying is, like, if we lived there,
I would just have like
we
a
would
desk
build-
with like.
Do they have
like-
electricity or running water or anything?
No, of course not. But I would just have like little framed out things with pictures in them, so I could think I was sitting
No.
behind all these monitors.
No, I'm just no, seriously. We can get solar panels,
Right.
We could and
We
we
could
can
do
get
what
with
we-
satellite.
yeah,
we
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 could
could
have
have we could have a fucking we could have a mansion there, right? And then do our own thing. We go out. We don't have to work, right? We come in and we do an hour show every morning, right? We go out. We till the lawn. We take care of stuff. We make food, right? We wash our clothes every day, right? There's this way of living that where you're in control. And this is the one thing that I learned in Guatemala. I was in control, you know?
You
Because-
like being in control, don't you?
Yes.
Okay, I thought.
Well,
so.
I don't like being told what to do.
Imagine that. Four-Toe doesn't like being told what to
Yeah.
do. All right, guys, we'll be right back. Sit tight. We'll be right back to the first 52.
About
Angry White Guy Radio. He'll be back.
Just getting reports of a shooting incident at the Chicago Sheraton where President Bush has been speaking. It's not clear if the president himself has been hit, but apparently there are casualties.
I have a short statement. The president suffered 2 bullet wounds. The first entered just under the right armpit. It traversed about 3 inches of the chest wall, then ricocheted off the 5th rib and exited.
Propaganda got the people fooled. We seeking knowledge they don't teach in high school. Republicans have the elephant, Democrats have the mule. 2 heads in the same dragon. Tell me what you gon' do. The elections are rigged, and people pay for what the government did. Open eyes, lost lives of Iraqi kids. We won't stop till these devils finally doing a bid. Popping low, they got the aim, cause I'm locked in the grid. Rubber band, man, pushing with the Taliban. Take them to Afghanistan and drag them through the sand, man. Banana, banana, clips and bandana. The scandalous times, the evil that hides, the leaders they lie. Running around, drop them now so that people can die. The people rely on the tubes staying blue. Do you know you're being used? Dazed and confused, better choose. How the time you be singing the blues.
Banks going bust. Shopkeepers keep a gun under the counter. Punks are running wild in the street. There's nobody anywhere who seems to know what to do, and there's no end to it. The air is unfit to breathe. Our food is unfit to eat. We sit watching our TVs while some local newscaster tells us that today we had 15 homicides and 63 violent crimes, as if that's the way it's supposed to be.
I'm skinning up for the weak and remaining strong for the powerless, for the twisted intervention. Not to mention I'm out of this political mess. Strong, it's all over my chest. I'm blinded, crying out to God, man. I'll never forget, but look at me now. I'm not the things I used to be. I deserve it. I'm nervous, sweating bullets and talking from Secret Service. And the truth is, I'll hardly ever hold in myself. I'll blow it off. I don't know anything else.
We know things are bad, worse than bad. They're crazy. It's like everything everywhere is going crazy, so we don't go out anymore. We sit in the house, and slowly the world we're living in is getting smaller.
Don't get me wrong, turn my back to the figures. It makes me grin when they tell us that if we swipe, they gon' make us go inside. Go inside as a room, into the chambers of die by the 9. But who knew that they would take it the wrong way? We all say it's not so good. And when all day we all fly. It's like the party's a villain from what they caught from the villain. It's not the wrong of a villain, but all the cause to be dealing with this now. So swallow it down like a blanket and then wow, you don't know that we were grabbing the mic and get on and know it takes it going so and so we don't blow it. I tell you, but we don't put up a million. You know that's it.
I get mad. I don't want you to protest. I don't want you to riot. I don't want you to write to your congressman because I wouldn't know what to tell you to write. I don't know what to do about the depression and the inflation and the Russians and the crime in the street. All I know is that first, you've got to get mad. You've got to say, I'm a human being. My life has value. I want you to get mad.
I'm red rum when the preaching is done. See the end will soon come. Hear the sign of a gun, but a badly shed one. You don't know me, son, and you really don't want none. It's murder in the killing field. Doubt that the cops appeal. Time for a court appeal. Opening up the 7 seals. Super catch a fundalistic FBI notions.
just please at least leave us alone in our living rooms. Let me have my toaster and my TV and my steel-belted radios, and I won't say anything. Just leave us alone. Well, I
That one intention to initiate a bold improvisation for your singers to appreciate the pushing on, never caring what this pain will recreate. So in the end, the people pay for what the country demonstrates. Us crying out, only need a second just to reinstate self-esteem. Please just let me breathe and make me suffocate. I'll make a scene whenever I breathe, and then we'll celebrate. Take away all the pain. I'm sick and tired of all of it talking. I'm sick and tired of all of it talking. I'm sick and tired of all of it talking. 'Cause I'm letting me away from the path that I'm walking. I'm sick and tired of all of it talking. I'm sick and tired of all of it talking. 'Cause I'm letting me away from the path that I'm walking. I'm sick and tired of all of it talking. I'm sick and tired of all of it talking. I'm sick and tired of all of it talking.
Have you ever called into your favorite talk radio program only to encounter this and felt like this? That never happens when you dial 941-421-0401. At RazRadioLive.com, we answer right away. And pow, you're live on the air talking to one of your favorite hosts. No screeners, no delays. Try it now. 941-421-0401 and avoid 941-421-0401. If you're a new listener or a seasoned veteran, don't be scared. 941-421-0401. We welcome all. We know how it feels to be ignored. RazRadioLive.com.
Man, you hear this bullshit they be talking every day, man. It's like these motherfuckers is just like professional liars, you know what I'm saying? It's wild. Listen, Bin Laden didn't blow up projects. It was you, nigga. Tell the truth, nigga. Bush knocked down the tower. Tell the truth, nigga. Bush knocked down the tower. Tell the truth, nigga. Bin Laden didn't blow up projects. It was you, nigga. Tell the truth, nigga. Bush knocked down the tower. Tell the truth, nigga. Bush knocked down the tower.
I pledge no allegiance, nigga. Fuck the president's speeches. I'm baptized by America and covered in leeches. The dirty water that bleaches your soul and your facial features, drowning you in propaganda that they spit through the speakers. And if you speak about the evil that the government does, the Patriot Act to track you to the type of your blood. They try to frame you and say you was trying to sell drugs and throw a federal indictment on niggas to show you love. This shit is run by fake Christians, fake politicians. Look at their mansions and look at the conditions you live in. All they talk about is terrorism on television. They tell you to listen, but they don't really tell you their mission. They funded Al-Qaeda and now they blame the Muslim religion. Even though Bin Laden was a CIA tactician, they gave him billions of dollars and they funded his purpose. Fahrenheit 9/11, that's just scratching the surface.
Bin Laden didn't blow up projects. It was you, nigga. Tell the truth, nigga. Bush knocked down the tower. Tell the truth, nigga. Bush knocked down the tower. Tell the truth, nigga. Bin Laden didn't blow up projects. It was you, nigga. Tell the truth, nigga. Bush knocked down the tower. Tell the truth, nigga. Bush knocked down the tower.
They say the rebels in Iraq still fight for Saddam, but that's bullshit. I'll show you why it's totally wrong. Cause if another country invaded the hood tonight, it'd be warfare through Harlem and Washington Heights. I wouldn't be fighting for Bush or white America's dream. I'd be fighting for my people's survival and self-esteem. I wouldn't fight for racist churches from the South, my nigga. I'll be fighting to keep the occupation out, my nigga. You ever clock someone who talk shit or look at you wrong? Imagine if they shot at you and was raping your moms. And of course Saddam Hussein had chemical weapons. We sold them that shit after Ronald Reagan's election. Mercenary contractors fighting a new era. Corporate military banking off the war on terror. They controlling the ghetto with the fear of attack, trying to distract the fact that they engineering the crack. So I'm strapped like Lee Malvo, holding a sniper rifle. These bullets will touch your kids, and I don't mean like Michael. Your body be sent to the morgue, stripped down and recycled. I fire on house niggas that support you and like you, cause innocent people get murdered in the struggle daily, and poor people never get shit and struggle daily. This ain't no alien conspiracy theory, this shit is real, written on a dollar underneath the Masonic seal.
Y'all don't rap to dead presidents, I'd rather see the president dead. It's never been said, but I set precedents.
Bin Laden didn't blow up projects. It was you, nigga. Tell the truth, nigga. Bush knocked down the tower. Tell the truth, nigga. Bush knocked down the tower. Tell the truth, nigga. Bin Laden didn't
cat can be damn tedious. People dangling bells and bits of string in your face all the time. Just be a dog. Run around, catch frisbees, pee on a fire hydrant. Life's more rewarding, and you get access to lots of treats. Catch Salty Talk Mondays and Wednesdays, and every Friday for Salty's Weekend Warm-Up, 4 p.m. Eastern Time. Add a little salt to your life, and be more dog.
It's the old American double standard, you know, say one thing, do something different. And of course, the country is founded on the double standard. That's our history. We were founded on a very basic double standard. This country was founded by slave owners who wanted to be free. Am I right? A group of slave owners who wanted to be free. So they killed a lot of white English people in order to continue owning their black African people so they could wipe out the rest of the red Indian people and move west and steal the rest of the land from the brown Mexican people, giving them a place to take off and drop their nuclear weapons on the yellow Japanese people. You know what the motto? You know what the motto of this country ought to be? You give us a color, we'll wipe it out. You got it. So anyway, about 80 years after the Constitution is ratified, 80 years later, the slaves are freed. Not so you'd really notice it, of course. Just sort of on paper. And that was, of course, during the Civil War. Now, there's another phrase I dearly love. That is a true oxymoron if I've ever heard one. Civil War. Do you think any country could really have a civil war? Say, pardon me. I'm awfully sorry. I'm awfully sorry. So, now, of course, the Civil War has been over for about 120 years, but not so you'd really notice it. Because we still have these people called Civil War buffs. People who thought it was a really keen war. And they study the battles carefully, and they try to improve on the strategies and the tactics to increase the body count, in case we have to go through it again sometime. In fact, some of these people actually get dressed up in uniform once a year and go out and refight these battles. You know what I say? Use live ammunition, assholes, would you please? You might just raise the intelligence level of the American gene pool. But what do you expect? Hey, come on, this is a warlike country. We come from that Northern European, basically the Northern European genes, the blue eyes, those blue eyes. Boy, everybody in the world learned real quick, didn't they? When those blue eyes sail out of the north, you better nail everything down, motherfucker. Nail it down, strap it down, or they'll grab it. If they can't take it home, they'll burn it. If they can't burn it, they'll fuck it. That's what happened to us. And it's a warlike country, come on. I mean, forget foreign policy. Even the domestic rhetoric is warlike. Everything about our domestic policy invokes the thought of war. We don't like something in this country, we declare war on it. The war on poverty, the war on drugs, the war on crime, the war on AIDS, the war on cancer. We got the only national anthem that mentions fucking rockets and bombs.
Well, people can still make fun of each other, except white people can't make fun of anybody else.
Yeah,
right? Everyone can make fun of...
Angry White Guy Radio, we've been shut down.
Well, it's not... I don't know. I really don't know.
It's rough. It really is rough, brother. I know. It's because you don't want to feel like you're being a racist, right? You don't want to feel like you're on the wrong side of it, but then you also feel like you're being abused on your side of it. It's
no.
We are all of us, all three of us sitting right here, right now, are probably some of the nicest people in the world. We don't. Any of us.
If I don't say so myself.
None of us.
Right,
honey.
We'll talk to anybody.
Remember when we were in Philly 3 years ago? And we were in the train. It's off. We were in the train, and me and that black guy. I hate to say it that way, but me and that black guy were having a conversation. This was 3 years ago. Our two kids were playing in this train in Philadelphia.
Mm-hmm.
It's at the Franklin Institute, and him and I had this conversation about racism. Standing there, he's like, you seem like a really nice guy. Why is this a problem? This was we can go back 3 years ago because I know we talked about it on the show. I know we talked about this on the show, so I know it's not something I'm just bringing up out of my ass. It's something we've conversed about before. Well, and that's part of the problem in this country is that we can't get past. There's so many people. There's sexism. There's racism. There's I don't have a penis, but I want a penis, so you offend me because you said I didn't have a penis, or I have a penis and I want a vagina, and you offended me because you said I had a penis. It's so fucked up. It's so confusing right now.
Well, everybody's on guard because everyone's life is on full blast. It's like everyone has their little mini Truman Show going on. It's social media. It's the whole way everyone lives their lives now. You know, they're reporting where they are. They're
checking in here, checking in there.
Showing pictures of what they're doing. Everything is being analyzed little detail by detail, and everyone's self-conscious about that now. So no one knows what they should or shouldn't be offended. Everyone's just confused as to how they should think, how they should do things.
Me included. I am completely confused.
They don't want to
too.
do the wrong thing. They want to do the perfect thing. And I'm sorry, but nobody's perfect.
I just want to do the human thing.
Fuck up.
Can I just do the human thing?
But nobody can do the human thing because then they get put on blast.
Well,
so it's, you know.
I know we're both. Well,
that's okay. Keep going.
It's a confusing world.
It is confusing. It fucking sucks.
We're dealing with a new situation.
I am really concerned for our son's way of life as life moves on. Moves on.
He's going to be part of the generation where all this ends, right? Because our generation, we're at the tail end of the generation that has this now instant communication.
We're Generation X, you and I. Right. Unfortunately, based on the official explanation of
the time frames,
you're a millennial, whether you like it or not. And I agree with your father. There's an argumentative fact there.
There's a small subset.
It's like 80
that I
to
fall
85.
Into
Yeah, it's like 80 to
that
85.
Are zennials.
Right.
That are not categorized as millennials.
I know. I get it. I
don't like being categorized.
I know you don't. I agree.
I don't really like being a Gen Xer.
I think. I don't mind being a Gen Xer because we were fucking rebels, and being a Gen Xer
millennials get so
cool.
shit on though. Like
your generation, your zennial thing.
They're blaming everything on millennials. Millennials napkins are going away because millennials don't like them. Hey, I'm like, wait a minute. They just found a better thing. It's called progress.
Let's remember who the parents of most of the millennials are.
Gen Xers.
Us.
Right.
So what the fuck happened?
Right.
How did we screw that one up
we
so
didn't screw
bad?
Anything up.
Yes, we did.
How did we screw it up?
Our children suck.
Well, how do children
suck?
They figured out better things.
Wait. Does not suck.
See, and that's the difference there is got to keep in mind, Dave and I have the same age child. You and I have a total different generation child than the child Dave and I have at the same age.
But still, my son, all right, so he's made mistakes. Your son's made mistakes, right?
I've made mistakes.
Right, exactly. Their pattern in their life, we can't be surprised that they made mistakes because we made colossal mistakes as well. But they're doing things much differently than us. Right? And look, they're plugged into the world, right? And they're the first generation that got this plugged in shit, right?
Right.
And they're the ones that are screaming about everything because they're finally they have a fucking voice, right? And so the pendulum is swinging way fucking out of the way because now you got a voice. The next generation, Mikey, he's the one.
He didn't know what to say there. He was really confused.
He's the one that's going to be like, wait a minute.
And I thought I was the confused one.
I'm not going to talk about everything I do. I'm not going to take pictures of the burgers that I go to. But
we didn't do that either, though. That's the thing. Like, it's so
because
weird.
It's new. Everybody's confused as to what they're doing.
Sit tight, Buzzy.
Just from when I was in high school to now, we had AOL chat rooms. We were anonymous. You're not anonymous anymore. Everybody knows who everybody is, what they're saying, what they're doing, who they are.
Unless your Twitter name is Dick Fucker
where they're
Left
going for lunch, what they made for
douchebag.
dinner. I mean, it's like ridiculous.
And that's voluntary, right? Because
it is voluntary.
There
because people are confused. Like, should I?
There are ways
am I supposed to? You know, I want likes, I guess, and so.
But there
I'll do this.
There are ways to anonymize yourself. There are ways you could have 14 different profiles, and you could say 14 different things at once, right? But I really think that sooner or later the pendulum's going to swing back the other way, and it's going to come to some sort of normalcy because
it's going to level out.
Right, because just shit's going crazy right now, and it's because it's a new thing. It's like if a new drug comes into town, everyone does it and does bad things and people die and blah blah blah, and all of a sudden like no, let's not do this anymore. let's just smoke pot and drink a few beers.
Speaking of pot and drugs, hey, Buzzy, how you doing?
Why am I still hearing the show? Like 3 different conversations going on at one time.
Buzzy, I can't. I'm not a psychiatrist, so I can't deal with the voices in your head. I apologize. I wish I could help you with this problem.
Well, tell Dave to shut the fuck up.
I do that all the time. He never listens. It's okay. What do you want, Buzzy?
I'm hearing me. I got a big delay for some reason.
Oh my God!
Do you want to hang up and call back?
You think you were new to talk
Yeah,
radio?
Let me call back.
Okay, you
All
do
right.
that.
Hang up and don't call back.
Watch the screen up there, honey, would you please?
Okay.
You gotta love the buzzard. He's so confused. I think he went the
No,
wrong
he tells
way.
me to shut the fuck up.
He always tells you to shut the fuck up.
He tells almost everyone to shut
Yeah,
Right.
let's
So
be
except for
honest.
me.
Hang up and don't call back.
He would never do that to you.
No.
I honestly believe. Oh,
There you go.
no, let's see. Buzzy, are you there?
Fuck Buzzy. Fuck Buzzy. Fuck.
Here now. Can you hear me now?
Unfortunately, I think I can. Can you hear
What
me?
about your luck?
Can you hear me, Buzzy?
No. I don't know. Let
I
me
was
turn
shaking my
phone on.
balls in your face.
Yeah, I figured you back at some bitch. But anyway,
What do you
this is
want
what
from
I
my
called in
life?
about.
He has answers as to why we have problems.
I got the answers to life. I got the answers to life.
You have the
It's all because.
Wait, Buzzard
Yeah.
Bob
It's all
has the
because of
answers to life.
It's all because of damn liberals and the Democrats. Ever since Obama was elected, everybody gets a fucking trophy. Everybody's goddamn heart broken. It's not fair. It's not fair. Well, life ain't fair, bitches.
Well, I think you're right, Buzzy. I think the participation trophy genre has actually kind of ruined things for certain people.
An
that-
iceberg just hit Satan in the face.
What? That I agreed with him?
Yeah.
Well, no, because my son grew up. My son grew up in this participation trophy shit, and I was like, no, fuck no. You be the best that you can be. I don't care if you're not even good at it. Just try to be as the.
What,
as
are you
good-
doing an army commercial now? That got Buzzy to enlist one time.
Yeah, well, it didn't get
Be
my
all
kid-
you can be.
Didn't get
Be
the
all
mic.
you-
That's true.
No,
Be all you
I
can
didn't
be
say
was
be all you could
I
be.
got out.
I was like, be the best you could be. My son, I can't. So
Buzzy's just trying to go the right direction in his truck. Let's be honest.
Participation trophies eliminate any chance of your kids trying.
I agree.
Because
Right, and this is why-
I'm going to get an award no matter what I do, so I'm not going to do anything.
Right, and this is why they need safe spaces at colleges. This is why they need they can't hear anything.
Cry rooms.
Yeah.
It's your fucking liberals that brought all this shit up. That's why it's like it. It's your fucking liberals.
Buzzy's
Obama
angry
era.
tonight. Why are you so angry, Buzzy? Don't be so
Hey,
angry. It's
because
okay.
because I drive a fucking truck and there's liberals everywhere. That's why I'm trying to fuck.
There's liberals everywhere. Goddamn liberals are everywhere. Why do we have to have
But
these
anyway,
liberals everywhere we go?
John, you was saying that you're confused on how you're supposed to think or what you're supposed to say. No, don't be confused. Just be you and say what the fuck you want to say. Well, you may get kicked off of Twitter and Facebook, but that's beside the point.
Do it again.
I don't know why everybody's so confused. Say what you want to say. Deal with it.
I'm not doing it again.
All right, so I'm going to agree with you for a second time. All right.
Oh my God.
As a dyed-in-the-wool Democrat, I'm still a registered Democrat. I lived in New York till I was 36 years old. I kind of understand that they're the ones fucking shit up because they will never stop.
And the Democrats has always been the ones wanting to take your money.
No,
Ever
no,
since
no,
I
no.
can remember.
No,
Raise
no.
your taxes. Raise your taxes.
No,
They
no, no.
campaign on raising taxes.
Yeah, well, yeah. They're all right. So the the Socialist Democratic candidate for governor in Florida wants to institute a state income tax.
Yeah.
Right?
See?
Florida doesn't have a state income tax.
I know. I like
Right?
that. That's a very nice thing.
Well, here's the shitty part about that is when I moved down here in 2004, Florida had less of a population than New York did. And in 2016, that inverted. right? Because more New Yorkers moved to Florida, right?
Well,
and now we have all these fucking assholes.
But that's a part of what
that drive like assholes.
The total assholes. But
Act like assholes.
That's part.
Liberals are every fucking
That's
where.
part of the video that we didn't get through with the anonymous thing. Was talking about how only 48% of the state is registered to vote. That's why they're blaming. That's why they're pointing out.
So that's a democratic
Yes.
thing. That is a progressive thing. Is get everyone to vote. Fuck that. Not voting is actually a statement. If 48% of this fucking state doesn't vote,
until you can't go out on your goddamn boat, your kid can't swim in the fucking ocean.
It's not 48% not voting. It's 52% are not voting right now.
That's fine. That's more than half the state that's not voting because they don't agree with what's
But
going
they
on.
don't follow the rules where if it's a specific amount not voting, that nothing can change. Nothing can be different. That's not happening.
Then you move to a place where you're.
I'm going to be putting together.
No, Dave. There's nowhere where you can move to. No other country you can move to. You're going to be controlled by a government.
He was claiming you were controlled by Guatemala earlier.
Guatemala is a smaller government. That's why you think you're so much freer because it has a smaller government. But the only reason you're freer in Guatemala the way you think you are is because you're considered rich, and the rich have more freedoms.
True. In Guatemala, you are rich. I mean, let's be honest.
Yeah.
All right.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, no, but
Even in
hold
the
on a
United
second.
States, the rich
But you're the elite. You're the Guatemalan elite.
Hold
is what
on a
he's
second.
saying.
Hold on a second.
Is what he's trying to express to you.
No. Because no one else got fucked with, all right? The locals didn't get fucked with, right? They can drive drunk. They can go walk through town selling drugs all over the streets, right? They can
To
do
you, the Guatemalan elite.
whatever it happened to be, right?
Right.
There was this sense of lawless. Look, the
Sense of lawlessness. I can walk down the street in Inglewood here, and somebody will try to sell me drugs on the street corner.
Pardon me.
I mean, let's be honest.
Hold on.
No.
Buzz, you can understand this.
No, I got to go to a bar. I'm sorry. I have to go to the right bar, and somebody will try to sell me drugs.
But Buzz, you can understand
If
this.
you want to buy drugs, I'll tell you what bar to go to.
Well, yeah, but the point is, I can get drugs on the street just as he can in Guatemala. So nothing. What is the difference? Other than we have a more controlling government than Guatemala.
Buzz, you can understand this because
it's bigger.
He's a driver, okay? So as a driver, you're used to owning your own lane, right? That's not the case in Guatemala, especially if you're on a motorcycle, right? I have buses passing me in my lane,
Chicken
right?
buses.
Chicken,
that is.
right?
Chicken
Right. I have faster vehicles, right? So it is this kill or be killed mentality, which makes me a much better driver and much better in traffic.
Have you drove down I-75 lately, Dave? You don't own your own land.
Listen, I saw this story.
You have no idea until. All right, so I'll pay for you to come down when I go down there next year. All right, I'll pay for your ass to fly down
prove
there.
a point?
And I'll take you.
Of course he will.
Yeah, it's cool as
He
long
likes
as
to prove points.
I'd rather fly down.
I ain't going to Guatemala.
Listen, I saw today.
I wanted to pay for you guys last year to come down.
I'll be able to. I'll
And
get a
this
passport
motherfucker
soon.
says, "I can't go
I'll
down."
have a passport soon. Don't worry.
I don't know if he'll make it past TSA. I'm gonna be honest.
Yeah, we
He's
might have
too
to come by
fucking
boat.
Mouthy.
Yeah, I am
I'll
pretty mouthy.
fly with Mikey, and he can fucking.
I'll try
drive,
the pontoon boat.
You're a dork. You are not gonna.
Buzzy,
Oh my God.
it is it's organized chaos down there, right? And Guatemala is the only other place that I've been to, which means that there are 200 other places to go to that have different things that the United States have, and there's 50 different things here. Like if I would, I've driven in Montana where the construction zone lowered the speed limit to 75 miles an hour. Right? Don't go more than 75 miles an hour in the construction zone. Whereas everywhere else in the fucking country, it's like, don't go faster than 45. Right? I was doing 85 miles an hour in a truck. I got passed by a Suburban towing a fucking boat at 110. Right? So there are different spots in different areas that have these different rules because it's locally like, hey, listen,
Well, no, actually, a lot of it's federally funded. If you agree to a lower speed limit, like if you have the 55,
not
65,
Montana.
75. Well, that's what I'm saying.
And not New Hampshire.
They didn't acquiesce to the federal government saying, "Hey,
Well, they said,
we'll give you federal fundings for your roads, but you have to have this federally issued
55
mandated
Yeah,
speed limit." Right.
Entiendo. But
There's a lot of states now that's up to 80 mile an hour. Utah, Nevada, a lot of them.
Right. So right, and so that's the
Wyoming.
thing is the states are taking their shit back, right? So here in Florida, I could drive. Oh shit! I made it from.
You can drive.
I made it from Daytona Beach, the Daytona Raceway, right, to my house, right, totally across the state, right, one way from beach to beach, right, 2 fucking hours, right. I averaged
I don't doubt it. I left Tampa.
75, 80 miles an hour. I was doing 110.
As soon as I pulled out of that damn truck stop on the I-75, it was like I was in the Tampa 500 road race all the way up to the state line.
Yeah, yeah. Right, so there, in certain spots down here, you can kind of go fast, and there are
And the
times
cops were only pulling over fucking trucks. Now tell me what the fuck?
because you're commerce.
Yeah, there's more money in you.
That's the one thing, right? Exactly. That's the one thing they know they can get you on, right?
Exactly.
And you're
They make
engaged.
more money off of us because we're not going to take it to court because we lose a week's worth of work just trying
Exactly.
to go to court or getting back there.
Do you think that's fair?
Honey.
Of course not. It's a bunch of bullshit.
Right. So, commerce. This is the interstate commerce clause that the whole government thinks that they can tag you on. So, I don't know.
I'm just letting you guys go at it.
Well,
I got other stuff to talk about eventually here. So
I ain't going at it with Dave.
no, you're not. You guys are having good conversation.
Well, I'm telling you that there are different.
I win, he says.
There,
I win. I win.
But there are different things in different states, which means there has to be different things in different countries. You can go on the Autobahn in Germany and go as fast as your car can go in the left lane.
200 mile an hour.
Right. If you have a 200 mile an hour car and you flash your lights, you have and
Well, I was going to say, did you see the new thing down here? A lot of the Florida sheriffs are going to start enforcing the left lane rule. They're going to start pulling people over, driving
so
slow
torn
or
with
blocking.
That. I am so torn with that.
Well, is there a victim there? If your aggressive
so
travel is blocked by some idiot that's not following rules,
Again, as an anarchist, right?
Right.
I'm like, fuck that. I don't need rules, right? But
you like that rule, don't you?
But as a very fast driver that
Right.
hates fucking some shithead
You
sitting in
like
the fucking
that
left lane
rule.
at 45 miles an hour, right? So I'm very conflicted with that one, right? I'm like, yes, get them out of that left lane, but on the
I'm
other
going to
side,
go ahead and say one more thing, then I'm going to hang up.
Good.
Oh, damn, I forgot what I was going to say. Fuck.
Sorry, Buzzy. You know I love you.
getting old sucks, doesn't it?
Fucking Sean, he cut me off and made me lose my train of
He
thought.
just said, "Go ahead."
I know. I said good or
Whatever.
Good.
He gave
No,
Buzzy.
it don't matter where you live at. Don't matter where you live at, what country you live in, or what political party you are. At the end of the day, the government's fucking you. You're getting fucked, no matter where you live.
All right. So what's the answer? So what's the solution to that problem? Get rid of government, right?
And then you got total anarchy. Total
Right.
anarchy.
Exactly. Total anarchy.
Not the anarchy that you believe in. No, it's gonna be whatever.
Well, hey, wait a minute.
Kill or be killed.
Can't we just try it? Can't we just try a little bit of anarchy? Why can't we just try less government intervention, right? Why can't we try that?
Move to Chicago.
Fuck that.
There's your anarchy.
No, it's not anarchy. It's absolutely, totally
assassinations.
No. You can't. Up until
1,200
just
people a day
recently,
getting killed
the
up
Second
there.
Amendment didn't even apply to Chicago. Fuck that place.
Have you ever called into your favorite talk radio program only to encounter this and felt like this? That never happens when you dial 941-421-0401. At RazRadioLive.com, we answer right away. And pow, you're live on the air talking to one of your favorite hosts. No screeners, no delays. Try it now. 941-421-0401 and avoid 941-421-0401. If you're a new listener or a seasoned veteran, don't be scared. 941-421-0401. We welcome all. We know how it feels to be ignored. RazRadioLive.com.
Just getting reports of a shooting incident at the Chicago Sheraton where President Bush has been speaking. It's not clear if the president himself has been hit, but apparently there are casualties.
I have a short statement. The president suffered 2 bullet wounds. The first entered just under the right armpit. It traversed about 3 inches of the chest wall, then ricocheted off the 5th rib and exited.
The battle is full and propaganda got the people fooled. We seeking knowledge they don't teach in high school. Republicans have the elephant, Democrats have the mule. 2 heads in the same dragon, tell me what you gon' do. The elections are rigged and people pay for what the government did. Open eyes, lost lives of Iraqi kids. We won't stop till these devils finally doing a bid. Popping low, they got the aim cause I'm locked in the grid. Rubber band man, pushing with the Taliban. Take them to Afghanistan and drag them through the sand, man. Banana, banana, clips and bandana. Scandalous ties to evil that hides and leaders they lie. Running around, drop them now so that people can die. So people rely on the tubes staying blue. Do you know you're being used? Lazy and confused, better choose. All the time you be singing the blues.
Bang, going bust. Shopkeepers keep a gun under the counter. Punks are running wild in the street. There's nobody anywhere who seems to know what to do, and there's no end to it. The air is unfit to breathe. Our food is unfit to eat. We sit watching our TVs while some local newscaster tells us that today we had 15 homicides and 63 violent crimes, as if that's the way it's supposed to be.
I'm getting off for the weak and remaining strong for the powerless, for the twisted intervention. Not to mention I'm out of this political mess. Showing it's all over my chest, I'm blinded. Crying out to God, man, I'll never forget for looking me down. I'm not the things I used to be, I deserve it. I'm nervous, sweating bullets and talking from Secret Service. When the truth is, I'll hardly ever hold in myself. I'll blow it off, I don't know anything else.
We know things are bad, worse than bad. They're crazy. It's like everything everywhere is going crazy, so we don't go out anymore. We sit in the house, and slowly the world we're living in is getting smaller.
Don't get me wrong, turn my back to the figures. It makes me grin when they tell us that if we slack, they gon' make us go inside. Go inside as a room, into the chambers of time by the 9. But who knew that they would take it the wrong way? We all say it's not so good. And when all day we all cry. It's like the party's a feeling from what they caught from the feeling. It's not the wrong or the villain, but all the cause to be dealing with this now. So swallow it down like a blanket and then wow, you don't know that we were grabbing the mic and get on and know it takes it going toe and toe. We don't blow it, I tell you, but we don't put up a million. You know, that's it.
I want you to get mad. I don't want you to protest. I don't want you to riot. I don't want you to write to your congressman because I wouldn't know what to tell you to write. I don't know what to do about the depression and the inflation and the Russians and the crime in the street. All I know is that first, you've got to get mad. You've got to say, I'm a human being. My life has value. I want you to get mad.
I'm red rum when the preaching is done. See the end will soon come. Hear the sign of a gun for the badly shed one. You don't know me, son, and you really don't want none. It's murder in the killing field. Doubt that the cops appeal. Time for a court appeal. Opening up the 7 seals. Super catch a fantastic FBI notions. He the one to see the beast rising about the ocean.
And all we say is, please, at least leave us alone in our living rooms. Let me have my toaster and my TV and my steel-belted radios, and I won't say anything. Just leave us alone. Well, I'm not good.
One intention to initiate a bold improvisation for you singers to appreciate the pushing on, never caring what this pain will recreate. So in the end, the people pay for what the country demonstrates. So crying out, only need a second just to reinstate self-esteem. Please just let me breathe and make me suffocate. I'll make it seem whenever I breathe and then we'll celebrate. Take away all the pain. I'm sick and tired of all of it talking. I'm sick and tired of all of it talking. I'm sick and tired of all of it talking. Cause I'm letting me away from the path that I'm walking.
Being a cat can be damn tedious. People dangling bells and bits of string in your face all the time. Just be a dog. Run around, catch frisbees, pee on a fire hydrant. Life's more rewarding, and you get access to lots of treats. Catch Salty Talk Mondays and Wednesdays, and every Friday for Salty's Weekend Warm-Up, 4 p.m. Eastern Time. Add a little salt to your life, and be more dog.
Man, you hear this bullshit they be talking every day, man. It's like these motherfuckers is just like professional liars, you know what I'm saying? It's wild. Listen, Bin Laden didn't blow up projects. It was you, nigga. Tell the truth, nigga. Bush knocked down the tower. Tell the truth, nigga. Bush knocked down the tower. Tell the truth, nigga. Bin Laden didn't blow up projects. It was you, nigga. Tell the truth, nigga. Bush knocked down the tower. Tell the truth, nigga. Bush knocked down the tower.
pledge no allegiance. Nigga, fuck the president's speeches. I'm baptized by America and covered in leeches. The dirty water that bleaches your soul and your facial features, drowning you in propaganda that they spit through the speakers. And if you speak about the evil that the government does, the Patriot Act attract you to the type of your blood. They try to frame you and say you was trying to sell drugs and throw a federal indictment on niggas to show you love. This shit is run by fake Christians, fake politicians. Look at their mansions and look at the conditions you live in. All they talk about is terrorism on television. They tell you to listen, but they don't really tell you their mission. They funded Al-Qaeda and now they blame the Muslim religion. Even though Bin Laden was a CIA tactician, they gave him billions of dollars and they funded his purpose. Fahrenheit 9/11, that's just scratching the surface.
Bin Laden didn't blow up the projects. It was yo, nigga. Tell the truth, nigga. Bush knocked down the tower. Tell the truth, nigga. Bush knocked down the tower. Tell the truth, nigga. Bin Laden didn't blow up the projects. It was yo, nigga. Tell the truth, nigga. Bush knocked down the tower. Tell the truth, nigga. Bush knocked down the tower.
They say the rebels in Iraq still fight for Saddam, but that's bullshit. I'll show you why it's totally wrong. Cause if another country invaded the hood tonight, it'd be warfare through Harlem and Washington Heights. I wouldn't be fighting for Bush or white America's dream. I'd be fighting for my people's survival and self-esteem. I wouldn't fight for racist churches from the South, my nigga. I'll be fighting to keep the occupation out, my nigga. You ever clock someone who talk shit or look at you wrong? Imagine if they shot at you and was raping your moms. And of course Saddam Hussein had chemical weapons. We sold them that shit after Ronald Reagan's election. Mercenary contractors fighting a new era. Corporate military banking off the war on terror. They controlling the ghetto with the fear of attack, trying to distract the fact that they engineering the crack. So I'm strapped like Lee Malvo, holding a sniper rifle. These bullets will touch your kids, and I don't mean like Michael. Your body be sent to the morgue, stripped down and recycled. I fire on house niggas that support you and like you, cause innocent people get murdered in the struggle daily, and poor people never get shit and struggle daily. This ain't no alien conspiracy theory, this shit is real, written on a dollar underneath the Masonic seal.
Y'all don't rap for dead presidents. I'd rather see the president dead. It's never been said, but I set precedents.
Bin Laden didn't blow up the projects. It was yo, nigga. Tell the truth, nigga.
Bush knocked down the tower.
Tell the truth, nigga.
Bush knocked down the tower.
Tell the truth, nigga. Bin Laden didn't blow up the projects. It was yo, nigga. Tell the truth,
City
nigga.
Records was 80 seconds away from the towers. Some cowards fought with the wrong building. They meant to hit ours.
To be young and in love in New York City. Do not know who I am, but still know that I'm good long as you're here with me. To be drunk and in love in New York City. Midnight into morning coffee, burning through the hours talking.
All right, guys.
I like me better when
Welcome back to the First 52. RazRadioLive.com. Salty Talk Radio. Twitch TV / Sean Raz1.
I knew from the first time.
Here we are, trying to wrap up the show. You know, we got 30 minutes or so to go. I'm sure we got a bunch of stuff to talk about. I got everybody sitting across there. You know what's funny about this song, honey? I swear, I showed you this video before. We've talked about this before. This song reminds me of us.
Aw.
Always has.
Well, you've played that song and said that, but
Yeah.
I haven't seen the video.
Well, not this one. The other video. This is not the same video, but hey, it still reminds me of us.
I don't know
Old
what
people.
it is, but I got that feeling.
Well, that's very nice.
That's New York. That's actually Prospect Park. They're doing. There's all sort of Brooklyn, New York shit there.
This
which-
isn't the original video, though.
Still nice though, you know. Like, well, it works for me because I've kind of done some of those things. You know, one of the videos was on this thing. Oh shit, I can't remember the name of it. Downtown Brooklyn, we used to hang out.
I don't know. I always think of Lexi when I hear this song.
Aww.
I love you too.
Again, go back to our start, honey. Go back to our start. Go through our growth and our development. This song really points out the fact that without you, I'd probably not be alive and I wouldn't be here today doing this show.
Okay. Love you too. PDA.
She's not really big into that.
God.
there's not. She never has been. It's weird.
Wait a
that
minute.
way.
The fact that you're still here, actually,
the fact
You're alive!
The fact that she keeps me around.
Go
Right,
me.
exactly. To say.
You remember
I kept him here if you're wanting to point the finger and blame at anyone.
It's all your
It's
fault.
like, wait a minute, right? It's like, whoa, so she's not vocal about it, but she keeps you here.
Well, that's a good thing, I guess.
Yeah.
All right, so
We were just talking about how you don't take the garbage out.
yeah, I know I'm a loser. I
No,
gotta
not a loser,
Get,
not a
get rid
loser.
of all my computers,
Nobody
and
said
I need
that.
to take the trash out.
No,
I
no,
get
no,
it.
No, one of the
I
things.
get it now.
No.
So look, I got to be honest with you. One of the things that surprised me was she's like, I'm not going to let that bother me as much.
I forgot.
No. It's not that you always forget. But
yeah, I do always
the,
forget.
The thing that
Well,
the thing,
you know, there's a lot of things in my brain at one
the
time
thing-
that I don't remember.
No, but the thing that got to me was that she's like, I'm not going to let that ruin the relationship, right? Which is
taking the trash out is going to ruin the relationship.
well for the rest of us.
Jesus,
I didn't say that. I
we
said
were
I
on
don't
that
let it bother
much-
me that much.
Were we on
Right.
that much of a cusp there that
No, seriously.
not taking the trash out was going to fuck everything up? Oh my
No,
God.
seriously.
That's not what I said.
For the rest of
Well,
us.
then correct him, not correct me.
For the rest of us, you don't do menial shit, right? That's the end of the relationship.
This is what happens when you
You don't
fast
pick it-
and drink beer at the same time. It doesn't
No.
work out well.
No, I'm just saying, in my relationships,
So Dave, we've been together for almost 12 years.
Yeah.
He's forgotten how fucking picky and ridiculous women can be and how fucking laid back I am. I feel
Yeah.
like every
That
once
is-
in a while you should be like, thanks for being cool, babe, about
Yeah. Well,
you are
know,
cool.
the
I
stupid
tell you that
shit
all
that
the
I don't
time.
do.
Yeah.
You know,
he just
because
he just
I
played a
don't
fucking
even
love
say
song
anything.
for you.
Yeah, I mean, come on, honey. I mean,
Thank you.
Jesus
And
Christ.
that's I said I
He
love
just
you too.
professed his love on
I
radio.
like me better when
Publicly.
I'm with you. I mean, let's be honest here.
Right. So
You
so
just took somebody else's song and made it your own.
Made it my
That's
own.
cute.
That's what we do here.
That's nice.
That's the best way to do it.
Anyway.
well, all right. So here's the thing: is I love the fact that you're kind of young, but you kind of
Kind of young. You're kind of young, honey. You're not quite young anymore.
Yeah.
You've gotten older,
No,
and now
but-
you're
but-
not that. You
No,
know,
if I was her age, I would.
young
If
woman.
I was her age, the little things used to piss me off, right? And now that I'm 50, the little things don't piss. Well,
Yeah, go ahead, try.
well, because I haven't been in a relationship for 10 fucking years.
you
and I
have
was-
men in your relationships.
No, well, I hadn't been in a relationship.
You haven't had men in your relationships. So you need a
No,
man in your
in
relationship? Is
50
that what
years,
you're
I've
trying to say?
not had a man in my relationship. But you know, so in Guatemala, I had a relationship for almost a year, right?
Right.
And
A man or a woman?
You
I was just checking. I
are
mean, we were
not
kind of confused there.
serious.
Look at the face he's been giving me.
You're being stupid.
Does it matter?
No, it doesn't matter.
What
I
I'm
still
saying
love
is,
you
the,
either way.
the point is that I was. Well, I can't say I was a star, you know, but I was a dick about certain things. But you know, there are certain things I just let go, you know, which you know at 50 was nice to, and she's doing it, you know, much younger than I did it. You know, she just, you know, not allowing things to annoy the shit out of her. Which
Do I annoy the shit out of you, honey?
yes, you do.
I'm not allowing it to eat away at me. There are things that irritate me, as I'm sure there's things that I do that irritate you, but
So-
I'm not going to make a big fucking
Right.
deal about stupid shit.
And that's the point. Is that
Because why?
most people allow the little shit to drive their lives. She's just like, all right, fuck, it bothers me, but I'm just not going to allow it to fuck me over.
So you're saying I'm an irritating individual? Is that what you're trying to say to
Oh,
me right
Jesus
now?
Christ,
No.
Sean, we're all irritating.
No.
No, that's not what you're saying.
Well, look, if you and I were to spend a week together, we'd be beating the shit out of each other, and we love each other, right?
Why
but
would we be? Why would we be? Why would we?
Babe, you're a lot.
But we're
don't be
both a
saying,
lot.
Babe, why?
No, we're
People
both a
are
lot.
a lot. Human beings take a whole lot of fucking work, okay? And I'm sorry to say this, and don't take this
Are you-
the wrong way,
what,
either
you-
one of you.
are you saying
but
I take a lot of work?
I think that boys and men
Boys and
are
men?
a lot of work.
Oh,
I
no, wait.
and
You
I
don't think
it's
women are a lot of
result
work? Wait.
of how they're treated by their mothers. They want to be coddled
see,
and babied and reassured, and you have to over fucking explain shit. This is why mansplaining was invented, because you're basically projecting what you want. You want everything broken down, and you want to be reassured and the feathers fucking unruffled. I'm not in the business of doing that.
Right.
I just want to fucking live my life and be happy.
Okay.
Okay, I don't want to make a big deal about little stupid things. You've got the monitors on.
Oh, do I really?
Yeah.
Damn it. I hate when that happens.
And so, anyway,
I'm
it's
glad
not
you
worth
picked that
fighting
up.
over
See, look,
stupid
see
things.
how good she is? She picked that up. I
If
didn't
I'm
even know
gonna
the
fight
monitors were up.
about something, it better mean something.
Well,
It's
I know
gotta
that.
be
Yeah,
something
no,
good.
you're not a bitch, stupid fight person. I mean, you.
That's all.
Yeah, see, I was a little thing guy, you know.
Lexi's never been a little thing woman. Honestly, she's never.
Yeah,
has.
I see that. I really see. You know,
She puts up with a lot of shit for me.
What's the point in that?
Well, yeah, everyone see that is the success of a relationship is putting up with a lot of shit, right? Which I'm incapable of doing. I can't put up with a lot of shit, and oddly enough, people can't put up with a lot of shit that I do. You know, you guys have been together.
I put up with a lot of shit from you.
Yeah, but I can go home. Right? I can be gone for a couple days, right? And we like each other's post, and all of a sudden you want me back.
Yeah,
You know?
Although you still don't believe in chemtrails.
You
I
love
don't know.
him.
Skylitter's
You love
bad.
him.
I do love him.
You missed him so much.
Right, yeah.
But Skylitter's bad. You know that, honey.
But the thing is,
Skylitter
we
not a
can
good
balance
thing.
each other out, right? Because I was like, fuck this, I'm not
Balance
I'm
each
not
other
hanging
out.
out this weekend, right? But you can't do that with your wife. You come home
No, she's
every day
here.
and she's here,
I'm gonna have to
right?
deal with her
And
every
she's
fucking
like
day.
every day, this motherfucker is here, right? And then you got
Oh, is that what you're thinking, honey?
No. That was me.
This motherfucker is here.
Not what she said. That was me.
All right, I'll remember that.
And then you have the addition of your son.
Well,
right?
don't let him talk for you then.
No, I'm not talking for him.
Don't
I'm
ever be like a guidance counselor or a psychiatrist.
Don't do it, Dave.
No.
It won't work out well for anybody.
Right.
Especially the people you're guiding.
Right. That's why I haven't chosen that thing.
Profession.
But I'm just saying, it's sometimes just like, holy shit.
I haven't chosen that thing yet.
Well, because for me, I can be alone all the time. Like, fuck you, I don't want to be with you. I'm going home, you know?
Right.
And I won't talk to you for another month, right? Until I just process it. You guys have to process it 24
Like
hours
immediately,
a day, right?
right.
And then you have this added thing of your son.
This added thing of our son. This
Hold on,
crazy.
Sean. No. He's the combination of you guys.
Again, really?
Right,
He
and
is.
I think you do really good combination. Because the few months that I've been back, right? Sometimes your son really fucking annoys the shit out of me, right?
Me too. I know. I get the
because
feeling.
because
I
he-
agree. We should kick him out.
No,
send him to boarding
no.
school.
But you guys
Get rid of that kid.
But you guys deal with him
It's a
really
military school.
You guys deal with him really well, right?
Right.
Because you've been with him for 9 fucking years, right? I was with my own son for 3, right? I didn't get to deal with the level of shit. That
Well,
you're
on the
dealing
other,
with.
but on the other side of that, I have my other children that are much older.
But how long did you deal with them?
Well, about
How
the
lo-
same. 3 years.
Right.
4 years.
So here's the
I
thing.
have both sides of that argument. I've experienced both sides of that argument.
But I have no idea how to deal with the entire family for a long period of time. So kudos to you guys for keeping it together. And look, so she complained to me a little bit about you not taking the
Yeah,
garbage
I know
out.
you guys had a bitch fest about me earlier. I got
but
it.
She didn't make a big deal of it.
I forgot
And-
about the trash. I'm sorry.
And that's the
I
thing.
didn't even realize
Sean,
I
you're
forgot
not,
about
you're
the
not
trash.
understanding it. She didn't make that big a deal about
It
it.
is a big deal,
No,
though,
no,
because I said
she
I was
just-
going to deal with it, and that's my responsibility is to deal with it. And I said, "Hey,
Sean,
I'll take this
she
out."
didn't say a bad thing about you.
I was just trying to figure out why you guys were bitching about me earlier. That's all I wanted to know. What do you want, Buzzy?
I can't let Lexi. No, don't take me wrong, Lexi. I love you like a sister, daughter, or whatever.
I love you too, big
But I
sexy.
can't let you get away with that comment that you made.
Which one?
The one about men have to be basically controlled. Is what she was saying. Have to explain everything. And
I was just saying that
college
men are a
and
little
everything
bit
like
more
that.
difficult to handle than women.
No, they're not. If you just let us be men, let men be men, and quit trying to change men into pussies.
I'm not. I'm not trying to change men into pussies. Who said that?
Most women do.
I'm most women now? I'm
Yeah. You know-
fucking
you know why
offended.
you know why
What
me
the
and my
fuck?
wife have been
You're not
married
big
for
sexy
30
anymore.
years?
Go away.
So wait a minute.
You know why me and my wife have been married for over 30 years? Because we consider each other as equals. We
All right,
don't
so-
try to control each other's lives.
Yeah, because you're on the road fucking 60 hours a week.
Even if I was at home.
No. That's
Or
bullshit.
no.
These motherfuckers have to deal with each other 5 o'clock every day, right? With the addition of
Why
their.
can't men
Why are we motherfuckers all of a sudden? What the hell happened?
These
men
people,
just have their own private men's
Sean and
apartments
Lexi,
anymore?
it's Brooklyn slang. Okay.
Baby, if it makes you
Ev-
feel any
every
better, I'm not
marriage,
trying to
every
control
relationship, you're
anybody.
gonna
I'm
have
not
disagreements.
controlling my husband. I'm not trying to make him into a pussy because that's not
Well,
what I
he's
would
already
want
a
in my
pussy,
life.
though.
Anyway.
No. He just agreed.
I'm sorry.
He
you
agreed
took it that way.
Here's the thing: is he agreed to do something that he didn't do, and that's all that she was mildly complaining about. It wasn't a big deal.
I didn't realize not taking the trash out this afternoon caused this much of an
No,
issue.
it's not
I'm
this afternoon.
sorry.
It didn't. It's
I
not this
really didn't
afternoon.
mean to
It's
not.
not.
I didn't mean to forget to take the. Oh, it's multiple
consistently.
trash.
It's consistently. Yeah.
Oh,
If
see,
women
how
in
much are you
general
talking
do
to
not
Dave
try
about
to
this shit,
control men,
honey?
Tell me why, if women are not trying to control men, tell me why we cannot have, like, why do women have to be on our high school football teams? Why can't men have their own private
Well,
men's
Bussy,
clubs
where are
anymore?
you going
What
with
are you
this?
talking about?
All
Dave.
the women want to
Listen.
butt into our private shit. We ain't trying to go to
Put the yellow birds
your
down.
women's clubs.
Well,
Put the yellow birds down and take a rest period.
He's
'cause
kind
I
of
think
right.
you're about to.
All right, so hold on a second. He's kind of right because over the
Jesus.
last 20 years, there's men's only clubs,
Right.
that women have tried to get into.
Well,
Right,
but they
whatever.
can't. It's a men's only.
No,
So
no,
what the fuck?
No. They've pushed themselves into the, So wait a minute. Are girls allowed in the Boy Scouts now?
Yeah,
All right,
unfortunately.
that's
and
exactly
I think
what
that's a
happened.
bunch of bullshit.
That's exactly what he's talking about.
Weird.
I used to work at.
There's Girl Scouts. Are there boys in the Girl Scouts?
No.
No, because penis can't be there because
No.
penis isn't allowed. Penis
Right.
is the enemy of everything.
No guy wants to go into a girls' book club.
Nowadays, penis is the enemy of everything.
I don't wanna
If you
go to a
have a
women's
penis,
book club.
you are the enemy. You are the bad guy. Your penis makes you the bad guy. It's just what it is now.
Oh my God, you guys! All right, so hold on a second. Today is
Penis Day.
October 2nd, right? So if you have Netflix, go watch Joe Rogan's new special. I can't remember the name of it, right? The first 20 minutes are about this gender.
I hate this whole gender thing. Listen, I treat women
I'll
very,
check that
very.
out.
I had my issues when I was younger, and I was kind of a sexist when I was younger. I'll admit that. I know that. That's what happens. It's like this Kavanaugh thing. It's a bunch of bullshit. When you're young, you got a lot of testosterone, you drink a lot of beer, and you might fucking be stupid. All right, we discussed this last week. We don't have to have the discussion again. I might have flopped my penis out where it shouldn't have been, but you know what? Hey, I'm not running for a fucking major seat on the Supreme Court.
But here's the deal.
But that shouldn't be that's not just because you like to flop your dick out in front of people doesn't mean that you're a horrible person. And you see
Right,
these
in other
things.
cultures-
And Buzzy, I didn't watch your video yet. I know you sent me the video that was all the negative stuff about that dumb bitch Ford. I get it. It's okay. They play both sides of it. They're always doing it. I didn't do very nice things when I was 22 years old, okay? No 22-year-old does anything very respectable. Let's get down to it.
I didn't do nice things. And
When you were 22, were you respectable?
The last Razfest.
Okay, there you go.
I got called out on certain things that I did. And it wasn't even her. It was somebody else that called me out on it.
Hey, it's what happens, man.
But here's the thing.
We're human beings.
All right,
Human beings fuck up.
Hold on a second. If a girl flashed her boobs, does that mean that she can't go on?
Hey, let's look at who is in a high level position right now who might have been on Girls Gone Wild 20 years ago. Have we looked at that? No, we haven't. But I'll bet you, I'm willing to bet that at least one person that was on Girls Gone Wild is in a high level position somewhere in the government.
Who cares?
Right now. I don't.
Right.
But the point is, it's there. I'm
Seriously.
willing to bet that.
Seriously, everyone with sound of my voice, you got to listen to Joe Rogan's new thing because he actually sets it up correctly. Because oddly enough, there is a difference between male and female. Okay, there's a difference, right?
Yeah,
If
obviously.
yours-
One has a penis, one has a vagina.
Hold on a second. Your son is
I
what?
mean,
Almost 10 years old.
He knows penis and vagina.
All right. So
yeah.
suppose 4 years from now, right? He fucks his social studies teacher, who's 22 years old, right? Right? Seriously.
And I'm going, yeah.
Oh, all right. Me and
years from now, what are you fucking
Sean,
insane?
Sean, me and you.
That'll be 14.
Me and you, we're gonna be like, how was it? Right? But if we had daughters, we're shooting that motherfucker.
Right. Well, that's
right?
true too. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
So there is an actual difference.
I agree.
In the way we treat the different.
Did Buzzy
sexes.
self-edit? I forgot we had Buzzy on, didn't we? Did
He's
he
probably listening to those now.
Good job, Buzzy. I appreciate your self-edit. I forgot you were there.
So
I get what you're saying, and it is different. It is different with men and women. I mean, listen. I lost my virginity, the end of 7th grade. I was a year behind, so I was a little older. I lost it to this girl, who had been molested herself prior to that, so it made her a little more promiscuous. Her and I was the douchebag. I went out and talked about it and made a big deal about it and, all that kind of stuff. And that upset her. She's never forgiven me. Yeah, a total deck. I've tried to apologize. I've reached out to, well before you and I were even together, I reached out to her, tried to apologize. I understand that I kind of affected your life because I talked about it. Now,
because it was taboo back then, right? In Sweden, 14 and 15-year-olds lose their virginity to each other all the time under the cover of their parents.
Well, I was
13, who give them
13, 14.
whatever it happens to be.
Right.
They're way more sexually advanced, right? In terms like, yeah, we're going to do these things, we're going to work out, we're going to eat right, we're going to look good, and we're going to have sex, right? And if you're going to have sex, do it with protection. Right, and that's why there's no big deal. I don't know why in this country it's a big fucking deal.
Well,
right?
because we've developed laws that protect what we call innocent. And listen,
what's the core
I'm not reaching out for pedophilia because I know there's a big movement to make pedophilia more of a disease.
I'm just saying
makes it
pregnancy and
acceptable.
STDs are the only reasons I would say that it's a big deal, which are both big deals.
No, at 14 you don't want to get pregnant. So
14 you don't want to get pregnant.
Right, so-
you don't want to have an STD.
Right,
Neither
so-
one of those things
exactly.
sound good.
So if you're going to have sex because we're sexual beings, protect yourself. That's it. And in this country, you think abstinence, where everywhere else, we're like, no, protect yourself.
Right. Well,
Right.
I mean,
If it was a more open conversation, it would be more effective. My mother was always very open with me when I was growing up.
but see, you've asked me
And
to be restrictive with him.
You know, I was always very
Stop.
withdrawn from all
You've
that.
asked me to be a little bit restrictive on some things, and I agree with the things you've asked me to be restrictive about. But you're talking about your mother being open, but how restrictive
about
should I be then?
Sexual activity, but not in the method that you would approach it.
I'm not telling him to go anal,
But hold on a
straight
second.
anal the first time he gets
That's
there.
what I'm
But remember-
saying. You're like not grasping that whatsoever.
It's two different. It's two different genders or two different sexes. That's the problem. Is because people are always going to chase her, where your son's always going to chase other people. So there's
Mikey's going to be the chasee. Girls are going to be just going after him, honey.
Maybe.
No,
I
look,
don't know.
you don't want to admit that.
I
But not as much.
Trust me, our son's
not
gonna
as
be a
much.
problem.
Not as much
but-
if he was a hot girl.
No, he's going to be a hot boy, and all the girls are going to want him, and they're going to be trying to get pregnant.
Well, it would be
and-
worse if we had a daughter right now. That
Yeah.
would be way scarier.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna say that.
Oh, my daughter, she's not. Good job, honey. Made it to 19, and you're still not pregnant. I mean, I'm happy on that one.
Wow. Father of the year, right there.
Hey,
You should delete that.
I don't delete anything.
I know, but you should.
Where's the mute button?
Dump. Where's my dump?
Well, you're not pregnant, so good job.
Good job,
Better than
19.
your mother. Good job.
Oh my God, that is fucking horrible.
It's the truth.
Jesus Christ.
So she did do better than the mother.
I just figured something out.
Oh, Jesus.
I'm not a tree. I can move.
She's leaving.
Where are you? No, you can't leave yet.
Yeah, she can.
You're not allowed to leave yet.
I could leave too, but I'm
Why
not
does
gonna.
she always do this to me? Like the last 15 minutes, she's like, "I'm going. I'm done."
She's gonna make dinner, and that way I'm gonna walk out of here in 15 minutes. It's gonna be
And
ready.
you're going to try to
I'm about
run
fucking
from
run
the
out of here,
dinner.
right?
So, Dave, did you see this iTarget I sent you?
Oh, I didn't get to watch the video for some reason. It didn't show up on my thing.
You didn't get to-
Well, I saw the concept, but I didn't see the video.
This I really, really want one of these. All right.
All right, play the video because I want to see it.
You want to see it? All right.
See.
Let me put it on Twitch too. Oh, I gotta turn
Never
it
seem
off.
to find the time to practice using it? Or are you new to firearms and would like to learn basic shooting skills in a safe, non-threatening environment? Or are you an avid shooter and would like to keep your skills sharp but you're tired of high ammunition cost and range fees? Well, iTarget is for you. The laser bullet functions like a snap cap, so there's no damage to your weapon. Available in many common calibers, iTarget is a safe, effective, and fun way to train with your firearm. The U.S. military, police departments, and competitive shooters all use dry fire training to become better at hitting their targets. Dry fire training can help you train your grip, sight alignment, breathing, trigger control, and will help overcome the anticipation of recoil. You don't need to waste ammo while learning to become a better shot. You can train at home using a laser bullet in the iTarget Pro phone app. iTarget takes boring dry fire training and makes it much more fun, giving you instant feedback of where your shots are hitting. Track your progress by saving your targets right to your phone or share them with your friends. Train safe, train smart, train with iTarget.
So basically, isn't that kind of cool?
Oh, dude, I would totally set that up in my apartment.
Yeah, I like that a lot.
I would get like, well, because it was one bullet.
It's
one
$89.
Yeah, I'd have $1,000 worth of fucking bullets.
Well, you only need one bullet because it does have
because you need to eject
well,
it.
the not the gun I have, not the 380 you gave me. That as long as there's a bullet in the chamber,
my
it's
380,
it's
I have
double
it's
action.
striker fired. It needs to go
Yeah,
back.
no, the one I have is double
Yeah.
action.
And my AR-15 needs to do the same thing, and my
Well, all AR
Springfield Armor needs to do the same thing.
All ARs.
All,
need to do
all
that.
my guns,
Gas powered.
All my guns are not hammer fired; they're all striker fired.
Really?
Yeah.
Except for the 380 you gave me.
Yeah.
Imagine
Yeah.
that. That's a weird one.
Well, I did that on purpose because I don't like because my thumb is weak, so I don't want to have to deal with that.
Right.
I actually it's totally on purpose, but still, I would get two so that I could actually re-rack it. You know.
So that's kind of a cool thing. You like that?
Yeah. I do.
I'd like to get them as a sponsor. Honestly, I've actually considered
Don't even get it as a
emailing
sponsor.
them.
Just start talking about it.
I've considered. Let's talk about it a little bit every once in a while.
That's
Let's get
actually pretty
one.
cool. Yeah.
I think it's a great thing. I think
$90 and what? So
I could practice firing the weapon I have because this one is a double action. So as long as it's around the chamber, it's
yeah.
going
All you
to
got to do is
drop
just
the
keep,
hammer.
keep right. Yeah. Yeah.
Right.
Oh, it would be the first time you fired it.
Yeah. Right. Exactly. Well, I'm
today-
going to do that soon.
Just today, I was actually watching somebody a gun thing. I'm like, God damn it, I got to go shooting.
I
It's
want to
been-
go shooting, so I haven't
it's
shot
been-
forever. It's
probably been 2 years. for
8
me.
years for me since I
What?
fired. Yeah. Since Lexi and I
What?
fired a gun last, yeah, it's been about 8 years.
Oh shit, we should go really soon.
Yeah, before you leave, we'll go. We'll definitely go before
No,
you.
no, we should
before
go
you
like
to
tomorrow.
Guadalajara.
I got my check tomorrow.
What's tomorrow? Friday.
Dude,
No, I got to go work tomorrow, and then I'm
I
leaving
got,
for Jacksonville this
I got
weekend.
my AR-15. I got my 9mm. I got the 22. I got the 22 rifle. I got the shotgun.
Listen, I don't want to. I don't want to make you feel bad because I'm going to shoot a lot better than you. Trust me.
Does that matter?
Well, yeah, a little bit, a little bit.
I'm not in for the
Just a tiny
competition.
bit.
And I'm pretty sure I could shoot better than you. Because
No.
I haven't shot. It's not taken 8 years for me to shoot.
Yeah, but I was professionally trained.
When did you start shooting? How old are you?
About 7. The first time I fired a gun.
All right. I actually.
My
at
grandpa at the
12
their
years old-
backfield.
12 years old, I started winning competitions.
All right. Well, we'll have to see. We're gonna go out. We're gonna have a shoot off. Dave and I are gonna do a live shoot off. We'll have Lexi shooting that, and not the kind of shoot off you're thinking about, but we'll have Lexi record it, and we'll go from there. Before you leave, that's
No, there
what
is
we're
seriously.
to do that.
Because I'm thinking, all right, let's just put
And
all the
we're-
guns that we have,
Right.
Right? Because you have that gun and the. You have
And
the
then we're gonna
9mm,
do
right?
we're gonna do some handgun draws
No,
live.
we don't even have to do
Yeah,
draws.
no, we're gonna do the whole thing.
Oh, sure, we could do whatever.
We're gonna
And
do-
we could actually just go, one gun. We could do one target, the same gun, right? And we have a time.
Right.
Oh, that'll be fun.
Yeah, it'll be a good time.
That'll be fun.
And we can record
I don't
it
even.
all.
Oddly enough, I'm thinking about this. I don't even give a shit who wins. Let's just do it.
Something I'm going to put together is there's a story I came across, and it was a fictional story that was written by a Marine, like in 2014, and it was about the Second American Civil War, and it's really interesting. Now, I did a lot of read on it last night. It took me 34 minutes to get about halfway through it. So it's going to be like a story time, like a Salty Talk story time type thing. It's going to be probably close to an hour long of the read. I'm going to make it really
Can
like.
you boil it down? Because I thought about the second civil revolution, and I thought to myself, there's no delineation line.
Well,
because the first Civil War was the North against the South.
No,
there was a there was a line in the sand.
Here, Dave.
Here in Florida, we don't have the line.
Well, and that's
It's
the thing. That's the
Miami.
thing. Florida is one of the last in this fictional story. Florida is one of the last to make alliances, and it's basically Texas, California, the New England states, and I think there was like in the beginning of the story, there's like a little bit of area in the south.
See, I can't believe that whatsoever.
It's
having hung
again,
out
it's
in
a
New
fictional
England,
story.
Having hung out in New England.
Well,
right?
and in the end, if you look through it, right, this is the story here, and I'm gonna finish this read. I'm gonna make it like a story time that Salty would do, where it's gonna be a 20, 30, 40 minute story that I'm gonna tell, and I think it's gonna be really interesting. I wanted to read it live, but as you see here, like here's an excerpt. Right here, I'll read, right? Day 842. I was out on the porch catching fireflies with Jamie on the night the lights went out. We had caught a whole jar full when I saw a bright light come from the sky way far off in the north. Daddy screamed and jumped on us and held me really close as we fell to the ground. The light grew really bright, and then all of a sudden the wind crashed the field. The wind whooshed through like it was going to carry Daddy, me, and Jamie away. Then it went away. I looked up and the light in the sky faded away. This is the kind of thing, like that's why I want to read it, edit it. I'm going to condense it, make it sound good, because, you know, it's hard to read.
Yeah, but here's the fucked up thing is that most of the armament, most of the people that control the arms in this country,
They get into that in the beginning.
are conservatives.
They get into the. You read it yourself.
No,
I
I don't want
posted
to.
it.
Honestly,
I
I don't want
posted
to.
this. It's really
Because
like.
if I were to read the first paragraph, I'm like, fuck that. I'm going
See,
to Guatemala.
this is the breakdown at one point of the state. So this gray, this is the
Oh,
Texas.
bullshit. Arizona's not in that blue state.
This is the Texas. The red here is the Texas unity.
Yeah, sure,
This
sure.
is the California, and this is the New England states.
Yeah,
So that's how he's
Total bullshit.
hypothesizing.
Total
It's a
bullshit.
hypothesization.
I understand.
Of what would happen
But, all right, so-
if we had this again.
Do you know I have a friend that lives in Vermont, right?
Right.
And he's actually seeing the progressiveness going on in Vermont. He's lived in Vermont for 20 fucking years, right?
Right.
And he wants to move to New Hampshire, which is right next door, which is basically 40 minutes away, right? It's closer to him than I am to my son in Tampa, right? It's 2 hours for me to get to my son in Tampa. My friend is an hour away from the border of New Hampshire.
Right.
New Hampshire doesn't take fucking road tax. They don't have a seatbelt law. They don't have a gun law. They don't have restricted gun laws. They have some other restrictive things. New Hampshire is one of the freest states in the country, right? It's like second. I recently posted a thing where Florida is number 1, New Hampshire is number 2. Do you know who number 50 was?
No.
Vermont, right? But yet Vermont and New Hampshire, right? 50 and second are next door to each other.
I hate what's happening in Florida right
Right.
now, but I
Maine-
love living here in Florida.
Yeah, I actually love Florida as well.
I hate what's happening right now, and I hate some of the politics we deal with here. But to live here, especially here, right now.
Mhm.
You know, I know Tampa's interesting and Orlando's cool, and we got all these different areas, but this area right here is
Mhm.
a gem. I mean,
Yeah.
I love living here.
Me too. I love the fact that everyone's so goddamn friendly here. There's no rush hour here, right? There are times where, like tomorrow, I got to go to the bank at 9 o'clock, right?
Right.
Because that's when the bank opens up. I got to pull some money out, right? I don't got to worry about fucking traffic, right? Because there's no rush hour here. right? That's more towards Punta Gorda or whatever, right? And even that's
Wait
not
for
that big.
season. You haven't been here for season yet.
Yeah, that's what everyone tells me.
I'm curious to see. Well, with the red tide thing, though, I'm curious to see what happens. With
Doesn't
the
matter.
season.
Red tide's gonna be gone. It's gonna be a mecca
We
for
hope.
snowbirds, and that's what they cater to, and that's what fucking annoys the shit out of me. You know, the White Elephant. You know, the all those places on the on the island where I live, all those restaurants where I live, they're gonna flourish, right?
Right.
And one of them's been closed down for a month because of refurbishing it, right?
Well, that's the excuse they're using.
Giraldi's, the pizza place, has been closed for 2 weeks because nobody's making any money here now. But they're-
Because of the red tide.
no, it's not because of red tide.
No, yes, it is.
No,
because
no,
normally
when I came here for the
lived
last
here for 10 years.
the last fucking no, not the last, yeah, the second
second to last Razfest.
the second Razfest, right?
Right,
And you were like,
Razfest.
you gotta eat this pizza over here.
They
and
were
they were
closed down,
closed,
right.
Right, because they go on vacation,
Right.
Right, because no one's here.
But a lot of places have closed because of
Still,
this.
I love this place. I love the fact. I love the fact that
I wanted to
Home Depot and Lowe's are 30 miles away from me, right? But I have a handful of local hardware stores to go to, right? Which has, you know, I go to the local hardware store to get nuts and bolts, right? I just write the number down on the fucking bag,
And
right?
bring it over
and
and-
I bring it over, right? And every time I walk into that place, hey, how are you? Right? These are things that is
The small community,
foreign
it's
to
always
me.
nice, yep.
Even in Brooklyn, right? Brooklyn, there was a hardware store, right? Because there was a butcher, there's a hardware store. There's, there's all these local stores. They still didn't say hi to me when I walked in there. Here they say hi. How are you? Are you part of this club? You know, blah blah blah. And it's actually comfortable enough to make jokes and blah blah blah. Whereas Home Depot is just it's a McDonald's of fucking hardware, right? And it kind of sucks. And I love living here, aside from the fact that sometimes I can't go out of my apartment because it's going to kill me.
It's been bad this year.
Yeah.
Sorry, I had to sneeze coming.
Salud. You saw the article I posted earlier, right? Which said now they're finally realizing that.
Yeah, I shared that one. Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
Well, science is coming out and saying that there's the Lake Okeechobee dumping might be
Right.
causing the problem. Might be something to talk about.
And one of my other friends said, "Yeah, all this shit comes from the crap that comes out of the Mississippi River, right? Comes down the Gulf Coast, right? And that's what causes red tide. And then this fucking green algae comes from Lake Okeechobee from all the farming and
We've always said that Florida is the penis of the United States.
See.
It's all. Hold on. Sorry.
What was it, like 4 or
That's
5
a
times in
red
a row?
tide. No,
What
it's
the
a
fuck?
fucking
Salud, amigo.
Sorry. Excuse me. Goodness. That was just attacked me all of a sudden. We always talk about how Florida is the penis of the United States. As jokingly, we've
Right.
discussed that many a times. And unfortunately, most of the waste comes down here to Florida. All the
even
East
in,
Coast
even in peace,
drains
even in
down
people,
here.
yeah. Although
Yeah, people and everything. But
the crazy
it
thing
happens.
is that from Lake Okeechobee up to the St. John River, it goes north. It's one of the very few rivers that run south to north.
Yeah, well, we'll wait and see what happens. Listen, I want to play this real fast before we get out of here. Obviously, we're already running late, but I got to play it. So just sit tight. This guy, Dave, we need to take this thingy
All right, I'll do that.
that's making audio not play until I allow it out.
I'll do that right after.
A deadly crash has shaken up a Southwest Florida neighborhood as 4 New Corners' Rachel.
I want you to listen to the description of this accident. All right. Just listen very closely to the description of what happened in this accident, only in Florida.
Lloyd explains the people who live in that Cape Coral neighborhood say this is all a result of a bigger problem.
I'm at 26th Street and 16th Place in Cape Coral, where police say a car veered off this street, crashed into a neighbor's roof, and landed in their pool, leaving one man dead. The people who live here are devastated.
It drove through the grass from right where that stop sign is straight to here.
Stephen Reinberg was home just after midnight Saturday when a black RAV4 landed in his pool. Police say the car was going at a high speed on Wilmington Parkway near Chiquita Boulevard when it drove through 2 front yards on 16th Place, taking down mailboxes before crashing into a boat. And
All right, so it's gone through 2 front yards. It's crashed into a boat.
Then
flipped off the boat and then went up on the roof.
It flipped off the boat and went onto the roof.
Right.
The
And then-
impact from crashing into Reinberg's boat made the car fly into the air, hit his roof, and finally land in the pool.
How's the boat?
And landed in the pool.
Fuck those kids. Hey, so I got to ask you a quick question because now a boat came up.
What?
You had to move your boat out of here?
Yeah.
Right? And I'm driving through here this morning.
You saw it on the way.
There's a fucking boat in your spot.
Oh, I know. Yeah.
What the fuck is that?
That's the construction guys. We'll get
All
into that
right.
another time.
Everyone in the car was under 21 years old. The front passenger, 20-year-old Michael Allen Velez, died, and 3 other males have life-threatening injuries.
Oh, see, that's what I
including
wanted
the
to know.
driver.
I wanted to. Oh, that's a little boat. I wanted to know who, because when I read this, when you posted this, I read that just one person died. I didn't know who it was. I was hoping it was the driver.
Well, 17.
But it was a passenger.
No, I thought
That's what they just said. It was a front
Sure, hold
front
on.
passenger seat passenger.
Let me bring this back. Let's confirm that.
Males have life-threatening injuries, including the driver.
See, including
Oh,
the
The
driver.
20-year-old Michael Allen Velez died. Air hit his roof and finally landed in the pool.
Listen.
Everyone in the car was under 21 years old. The front passenger, 20-year-old Michael Allen Velez, died, and 3 other
Front passenger Alvarez died.
See?
3 others,
males have life-threatening
The
injuries,
driver.
including the driver.
including the
And
driver.
while
Right.
police
The
haven't yet
driver
figured out
should have
the
died.
Well, yeah, that's hey. We know a friend, or not a friend of mine anymore, but friend that killed somebody under that same situation, kind of. You know what I'm talking about?
Male or female?
Female.
Much different story. But
Well, not much. She didn't hit a boat. She didn't land on a roof. She didn't fall in a pool.
No.
But she killed somebody in a drunk driving accident.
Right. Well,
Okay.
that's the
Well,
thing is they never say that drugs or alcohol. And
Actually, I think they did say something
Well,
about
no,
drugs.
so here's the thing: is the difference between that story and this story is that somebody in the vehicle that was driving erratically died, whereas the situation that the girl that
Was
we know
outside another vehicle, right.
it was just some innocent person driving and then she
Right.
killed.
I think they did say drugs or alcohol were or were not.
Well,
Let's-
the
let's
story that
listen.
I read.
Let's
didn't-
listen. Hold on.
The front passenger, 20-year-old Michael Allen Velez, died, and 3 other males have life-threatening injuries, including the driver. And while police haven't yet figured out the exact cause of the crash, neighbors say speeding is a continuous issue in the area.
Glass is still here from that
So
car
speeding,
accident.
but not
The
drugs.
people who live here told
Or
me
alcohol.
off camera that they're traumatized to think someone died in their pool. I talked to someone who advocates every day for people to drive more safely.
They're all tragic.
Don't we all advocate every day to drive safely? I mean, do you wake up in the morning and go, "Hey, go drive like a douchebag. Please, hurry up. Drive like a douchebag. Kill somebody." I mean,
Well-
don't we all want to just get through the day and live?
Well, here's the problem, all right? Because all you need is a pencil and a heartbeat to pass the road test, right? And then they fine you into compliance afterwards, right?
Right.
They don't teach you how to drive correctly from begin with. They give you the
I don't know. I was
basic
taught how to drive correctly from the beginning.
from who?
Between my parents,
Your parents,
and my-
right?
No, my school.
But if you read the book, right, it's minimal aptitude test, right? And then they fine you into compliance later on. Okay. Now, if you
Maybe
fit-
that's now. That wasn't.
no,
then.
that was always the thing. I
No,
became
I
a better
disagree.
driver as I had experience. I didn't start out at 16 or 17 as a good driver.
I did.
I mean, actually, I
I'm
was
sorry.
good.
I did. I really did. I am not trying to be a dick. I did. I'm dead serious. I was a very good driver.
When did you get your license?
I got my permit the day I turned 16. I got
Mhm.
my driver's license the day I turned 17. And I
How
was,
long have you
I was
driven?
a certified ambulance driver by the time I was 17 and a half.
How long were you driving before you turned 16?
A while.
Yeah. How from? From what?
Because my parents trusted me and taught me and let me know.
Exactly. Me too. I've been driving since 12 years old. Right. So by the time I was
Yeah,
17,
my grandma, you know my crazy grandma here?
See.
She was the first one that ever had me drive, and I was about 9 years old.
Right. Okay. So here's the thing: is
Now I think
we,
about it.
we got exposed to it early, right? This is the same thing I did to my son. And actually, another couple of years, you probably should do the same with your son. Is you start getting them acclimated to it early, right? So we are better drivers because we learned how to drive before we were legal, right? Most of these people don't do this. They're like, oh, let's take you down to the DMV and get you your permit, which just read the book, and 25%.
But if you read the book and pay attention, I mean, you should be able to do it.
Bullshit. 25%.
I read the book 100 times when I was a kid. I'm trying to make Lexi read the boating
Sean,
book.
you have not done a road test in the state of Florida in the last 5 years, right?
No, I haven't. Because I haven't done a road test for since I was 18 years old.
I did it
16 years old,
I did it
whatever
6 years ago with my son. I got him his license when he turned 18 years old, right? And I was reading the book with him. I'm like, holy shit, 25% of the tests, the questions on the fucking permit test are all about drunk driving. And nothing to do with actual physical driving. And I had him take his road test in my big ass Suburban, right? And they got to park the car in this spot that the Suburban didn't fit in, right? And I told him how to fit the car in, right? I was like, because I knew where the test site was, I knew where everything was. Like, here's how you pull this fucking big giant truck, this 21-foot truck, into this tiny little spot.
It's got to go backwards.
He failed that, right? And he told me he came out, right? And my son already passed the test. He goes, I passed, but they gave me points over the park, right? And that motherfucking proctor was out front. And I had fucking $100 in my pocket, right? I was like, here, I'm going to give you $100. See if you can pull this fucking truck into that spot one shot without hitting anything. And I was going to do it, right? But then, because I got older, I'm a little older, I was like, oh, it doesn't matter. My son got the license anyway. But I was really fucking pissed off because the people that teach you how to drive or allow you to pass the road test are fucking assholes.
So can we get this girl off her knees because she looks really tired? Just say. I mean, we're already 8 minutes over. Can we get her off her knees?
Who shows after this?
We're good till Mallard. Mallard comes on at 9.
All right,
if he's got the password
45
right.
more minutes.
Well, you were leaving at 8, I thought. Now you have to eat dinner. You have to eat dinner now.
I'm leaving
sorry,
before
you're
dinner.
done. No.
I don't give a shit if it's out there unless it's Mom's Sunday sauce.
There's no Mom's Sunday sauce. So.
Then I'm out.
People to drive more safely.
They're all tragic. These fatalities are what we refer to as random acts. And it basically comes down to the choice
Thank you,
of the
Captain
driver.
Fucking Obvious.
Jay Anderson, founder of Stay Alive.
What the fuck? That was the stupidest thing I've ever heard.
He's the founder of Stay Alive.
Is a leading cause.
Well, he's the founder of stupid fucking comments that obvious are what's going on when somebody drives into a fucking pond.
Thank you, Captain Obvious.
Idiot.
Right, yeah. Thank you,
fatal
Captain.
car accidents, and warns drivers to consider how many people can be affected.
It's not just you. The minute you put passengers in your vehicle, you have that added responsibility. But then there's everyone else around you. Someone in that.
He did a lot of coke in his day. In his day and age, he did a lot of coke.
No.
Look at that nostril.
He's
Could
remorseful.
you imagine how much coke he could put up that nose?
This motherfucker is actually driven like an asshole when he was, when he was a teenager
think that's
too.
what it was?
Right, but he had bigger cars and there's less people, and he survived. Right, so now he's trying to impart wisdom onto people that younger than, but doing it in a legislative form, which does not work.
That home could have been injured.
Fuck this asshole.
They could have struck another home and injured people. I mean, fortunately, it only involved the people.
Fortunately, only 3 people survived.
It's kind of like if Kennedy would have came out and said, you know what, yeah, I did crash my car into that lake and killed that bitch. That's kind of what he's like probably living. He probably killed some woman in a car accident in the 60s.
Right, exactly.
And he never got arrested for it. Or,
Right, and now he's trying to impart that wisdom. Oh my God, I got away with it. Right, we shouldn't let these other guys get away with it.
Right.
People in the vehicle themselves. But realistically, it could have been more tragic.
In Cape Coral, Rachel Lloyd, Fox 4 in your corner.
Tell that
And
to the
police say
parents of the
drugs
kid that
and
died.
alcohol were not factors in this
So
crime.
drugs and alcohol were
But
not
not.
factors. That's what we were trying to figure out. They had to wait. We had to get all the way to the end of the story before we knew that.
Yeah,
All
I
right.
already knew that because I watched it. I mean, I read it.
You read it?
I did.
I read it. I read it.
R-E-D-D-I-T.
I read it. I read it. All right, Dave. Any last words? No, you're taking headphones off, put your mic away. Let's see what happens here when people get just out of control. They don't pay attention. They don't know what's going on.
It's overtime.
It's over. Dave's like, I'm not getting paid overtime, so I'm the fuck out of here. All right, guys. Thanks for joining us. The first 52, RazRadioLive.com, replayed Bubba Army Radio, Sundays, 4 o'clock. All the other friendly, happy places. I love you guys. Be safe. Be cool. Just be a human being.
Let's investigate the consequence of a bittersweet loss of sense, a weapon in a war against ourselves. The setting sun is loading guns, don't be afraid of mistakes, emotions misplaced, to love or to hate. I don't know what to do, we're all lost and confused, just trying to get through in this world. Always trying to prove that we're worth what it takes, but it takes a long time in the dirt to see grace. When I'm trying to be real, they tend to be fake. When I'm risking it all with no time to waste. Fuck this rat race, I'm leaving this place. It's time to blast off, destination space. With the sunset hung behind us and the universe to blind us from the moon, we'll watch the whole world explode. Moving free, unguided through the beautiful, the silent, with the light show from a passing UFO. Lost in the glow of the unknown. Please don't go. And I don't know how I got here or how I'm getting home, but right from day one I've been in this alone, with odds stacked against, I've been drowning in stress. They said, can you take more? I said, give me what's left. An old man once told me, Allie, don't ever look back. Keep your eyes on that prize and give them hell to your death. This is a test, just a frequency check for intelligent life. Now it's time to connect. It's an SOS, the data's been sent. So now we just wait and hope for the best. With the sunset hung behind us and the universe to blind us from the moon, we'll watch the whole world explode. Moving free, unguided through the beautiful, the silent, with the light show from a passing UFO. Lost in the glow of the unknown. Please don't go. The sunset hung behind us and the universe to blind us from the moon, we'll watch the whole world explode. Moving free, unguided through the beautiful, the silent, with the light show from a passing UFO. Lost in the glow of the unknown. Please don't go.
Listening to the First 52 on RazRadioLive.com.
It's actually the very definition of terrorism. They're trying to kill people for a political agenda.
It's just, a nicety.
So, just keep in mind, guys, that the news agencies are not there to tell you the truth. They're there to tell you what they're told to tell you.
You're still stuck to the American dollar, and you're still stuck to American laws.
I still want to have the freedom to go where I want to go if I need to go. I think that's the most important thing in my mind, at least. And this goes along.
If this is going to be another cum trail, this is going to be another cum trail.
I've got lesbians and he's got cum trails.
Okay, why don't you just move along?
Animals get in the way when you're doing a radio
What
show.
I think is they're going to have to redirect the American's mindset.
That would have been even more fun.
Yeah, that would have been a lot of fun.